All right, and we're live. Welcome to Press Start Podcast, episode 15. Today, we got a very, very special show for you guys. As usual, we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch, the godly Nintendo Switch, Switch Gang. You already know what it is. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce the panel that we have here. Let me go ahead and introduce BG first. Say what up, Mr. WWP.
Yo, you already know who it is, the creator of Greatness, Weapon Wheel Podcast, Kofi's father, Weapon Wheel at 6 o'clock, Saturdays, EST.
We got Mr. Vita lover, number one Vita fan, Tony. Say what up, Tony.
Man, don't be hating on the Vita, motherfuckers. What's going on, everybody? Tony, Rami Death, whatever the fuck you want to call me. Ready to talk about the Nintendo bitch, man.
Oh, shit. Oh, shots fired. Yo, them fighting words, bro. Them fighting words, bro. All right, and we got my nigga Pierce. Say what up, Pierce.
Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Pierce Talents, hitting Tony in the head with a bottle. You already know who it is.
You already know what it is. Switch gang. gang. All right, and we got the number one fan of the Nintendo Switch up in here, Jack Move Johnny.
Boy, if you don't get your it's Jack Moo, man, the guru at Giddy Up. But you can also call me your pony commissioner.
And we got my partner in crime in the Switch gang streets right here. We hit enough niggas with bottles up in here. We almost ran up on BG the other time in Brooklyn. You already know what it is. Blandrew, say what up.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on BG. Thanks for having me on Kofi.
Man, this ain't BG podcast.
My father likes it.
Yeah,
All right, and we got Eric Cuts for the win.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Erica. You can find me on YouTube, Erica Cuts for the win. I also write for sheattack.com. You can check out my work there. And yeah, let's get to this Xbox One funeral.
Damn.
I'm ready.
Hey. Shots fired. Oh.
And we got a new, first time comer that hasn't appeared on WWP. What up, BG? Introduce yourself, homie.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
Oh,
introduce yourself, man.
Well, my name is Fritanga Plays. I have a YouTube channel called Fritanga Plays where I just do cartoon animation skits about video games and things like that. So if you like those kinds of things, just come check me out. That's about all. Also, I guess I'm one of the only people here that primarily plays on PC. I don't have Xbox or PS4, so if you guys want to chime in, if
we
you
game
guys
on
want
PC, don't worry, man. We all game on PC.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to inform me what's going on in the console stuff, then like to know. Right. I mean, I know about Scalebound and all that stuff, but
What's that?
Yeah.
I know about Scalebound.
Yeah,
What's that? We don't know what that is, bro.
What is what?
We just fucking with you. All right, yo. You already know what it is, why we are here. We're going to talk about that Nintendo Switch and that presentation. All right, so I want to go ahead and just see what everyone thought about the presentation overall before we get into specifics and details. So, Erica, what do you think of the Nintendo Switch press conference?
Just overall?
Yeah, overall.
Not very good. A lot of confusion amongst a lot of people, even us. There's still some things that need to be answered. But the console itself, I'm still somewhat excited for it. I thought the games, for the first year or so look decent. It's just I'm kind of concerned about what's after that. So I have my concerns still. I did a video about it, but I'm remaining hopeful, and I'm excited about Zelda. Zelda is like everything to me. So there's good and bad overall.
All right, Blandrew, what do you think about the event overall?
Conference was pretty decent. I mean, the games that they announced were games that I would like to play, but as far as things about the system itself, there's still a lot of things we don't know about it, like trophies, the interface, and things like that. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I just wish we knew more about what was actually going on with the Switch.
Okay, so you think they didn't really show enough, right? We need
more.
Yeah,
they definitely need another direct or something.
For Tanga, did you pay attention to the Nintendo Switch press conference?
Yeah, I watched the full thing.
Okay, what did you think of? What did you think of it?
Don't hate me, guys, but I just thought it was kind of bad in general. I I thought that there wasn't a whole lot of focus on primarily the system itself. They put a lot more focus on the Joy-Cons, and I just feel like they're going down that gimmicky route again. I mean, to me, it feels like it's more of a portable Wii than a Wii U, in all honesty. We didn't even get to see what the interface on that thing was like. We didn't get to know what the menus or any of that stuff looked like. Then the whole introduction of a pay to play online. And then just, yeah, I mean, I think that the games are great. It's just the system itself, the way they presented it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion, though, honestly.
Commissioner, man, what did you think of the overall presentation, man?
I gotta agree with the homie Fruitopia, man. Oh no, Fruitanga. My bad. I got you. When I heard it was in Japan, I automatically, my antlers went up, man. I was like, it's gonna be weird, and they didn't disappoint me in that aspect because you had a dude twirling around with the Joy-Cons, laying on the couch like he was sleepy. Like 30 minutes in, the biggest thing they had talked about was how it feels like you could feel ice cubes in your hand. It was a bad situation, man. I really wasn't feeling the conference. I really wasn't.
Okay. Pierce, what did you think of it?
Oh yeah, we making cows over here, bro. I'm ready for it.
Oh man,
nah, for real though. The first half of the conference, dog, I could do without all that Joy controller, all that.
Our reactions was priceless, bro. I have to upload that shit, bro.
Yo, the Nintendo Red Dead Redemption, not feeling that at all. Like, give me the games, yo. That's all I want, the games, not no gimmick stuff.
I feel you, bro. Tony, no, I know you got a lot to say about the Nintendo, aka Switch. Well, I mean, Nintendo bitch. That's what you be calling it.
Yeah, no, actually, I thought the presentation was fantastic. One of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. I was riveted from beginning to end. I'm fucking around, obviously. I thought that presentation was like easy. Okay, it wasn't as bad as like past Nintendo presentations, but it was fucking horrible. Like you could have condensed all that shit. It was like an hour long, an hour and change. You could have condensed all that shit to 30 minutes, and you could have gave the same exact information without all this fluff and stuff. Why are you spending like 10 minutes on 1-2 Switch? Nobody gives a fuck about that game. And what's that other bullshit? ARMS, no one gives a shit about that. They ain't gonna spend
shit.
Jesus. No, let him go. Let him continue. Let him continue. It's great. Let him continue. I like what he's saying.
For real, it's like, okay, so you're gonna spend like 20 minutes essentially on bullshit games no one gives a shit about. Then you're gonna spend 2 minutes on Mario. Come on, man. That's the game we want to see. Nobody gives a shit about ARMS. All these gimmicky games. Now, like, I will say, like, my expectations for this were so low. They were a little bit better than what I was expected, but it's still really bad presentation. The only thing I like from a presentation, and I'm not talking about the other stuff later. We're gonna talk about that later. But presentation was we finally got a price point, $300. That's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that you could use a pro controller with this because, like, one of the main reasons I haven't bought a Nintendo system in 20 years is because every single one of them has these janky ass controllers. And 64 had a shitty controller. Nintendo GameCube had a shitty controller. The Wii had those fucking dildos. I didn't
yo, this man going in
Tony,
right now.
Wow.
Tony, don't stop, Tony.
Tony took a look at PlayStation and never looked back, bro.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much, son.
Hold up.
After Dreamcast died, I won on PlayStation. Never looked back because Nintendo wasn't offering shit. And then Nintendo, I could go on a bigger fucking rant if you want me to, but I'll stop. That presentation was mad lackluster. And then the news we found out after a presentation made me think, oh my god, these dudes are like about to drive off the cliff this year. But Nintendo,
It's like a real pony right now.
All right. Let's hear the self-proclaimed gaming god's thoughts on the Nintendo Switch's press conference.
That joint trash.
Oh my god.
Yup.
Why is it trash, sir?
2 to 6 hour battery life. That sounds like when my cable guy's coming. He said I'm gonna be there between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. That's real nice. That helps me a lot. No Ethernet port, but charging for online.
Right, no Ethernet port.
Retarded.
Yeah.
5 launch games. Retarded. You have to do friend invites and voice chat through a phone. Retarded.
We're gonna talk about that shit.
Overpriced accessories and controllers. Retarded. 32 gigabyte default memory. Retarded. Digital triggers. Retarded.
Yo, Switch gang sweating right now, bro.
Do I need to add more? I think that's all I need to say.
All right. Who cares what BG thinks, anyways, right?
Not me.
first of all, now time for me to relay my message. Okay, the presentation. What did I think about it? At the beginning, Axe Pierce, Axe Kid Smooth, Axe my nigga J Main. Nigga, I was panicking. Yo, it was funny because at the beginning of all this shit, I was yelling, switch gag, switch gag. We turning up. We had big expectations. Then right away, they announced that the shit was coming out March 3rd. I was like, okay, sooner than later. Then they announced that the fucking thing is gonna be $2.99. I'm like, yo, you fucking up right there. I was like, I feel like that was the first fuck up. Then they announced that shit they charging for online. Then I almost lost my shit. Then they spent like fucking 30 minutes on motion control gaming and talking about the rumbles and all of this shit. I was like, no. Because like I was thinking that they're going to take this shit a whole different direction. So when it got to that point, I was like fucking wilding out when they're showing 1-2 switch, niggas wailing, swinging their hands around, showing in arms. I was like, oh my God, not this again, right? Then, after that, we got rid of all that bullshit. We started seeing some good shit, the shit that people wanted to see with, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart Deluxe, Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda, and the other games that they showed. Then, I feel like it picked up during the end, you know what I'm saying? But the first like half was definitely like complete trash. So I want to just go ahead and get your thoughts on the price point. Everyone give their thoughts on the price point. $2.99. Like this was on the high end. We all thought the sweet spot was $2.49, $2.50. Even maybe $1.99 if they really feeling themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think about the price point? You think that's fair, $2.99?
I don't think it's too bad. The only problem is it's a little bit deceptive because it's okay. The system is $2.99.
Yo, the Xbox got you, bro. The Xbox.
Your body.
Yeah, you sound kind of crazy right now.
Like, I need an Xbox.
Yeah.
Sounding like Kid Smooth right now, bro.
I'll be back.
All right, yeah.
Can I say something about the price?
Go ahead, jump in.
Okay, yo. To be honest, if you're gonna pay $300 for a system that's weaker than the PS4 with a weaker lineup of games currently, I don't think people should purchase the Switch at launch. I really honestly think people should purchase the Switch maybe after 5 months or so, because at the moment the PS4 has enough games and it can come bundled with some games with a game for $300. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about that, but I mean, I'm not a console gamer, but if I was, the PS4 already looks like a better deal to me, honestly.
I feel you. Oh, we got our boy J Main. J Main, your mic up?
Yes, sir.
Yo, say what up to the people.
What's going on, y'all? Sorry about my tardiness, but I'm here.
Okay. That's it, son. Yo.
Yeah, that's it.
Do I still sound Kofi, how do I sound right now?
You sounding blessed, bro.
Okay, good. Okay, so the point I was making is like, okay, $300, that's not too bad on the face of it, but then you got to figure out all the other tack-on shit, right? You got to buy a game. If you're a real gamer, I'm gonna be honest right now. If you're a real gamer, you're gonna get that pro controller. You're not playing with those fucking Joy-Con bullshits. You're gonna have to pay for online. You have to pay for a charging station. You're gonna have to maybe some more Joy-Con.
Pretty much like the entry stuff that we all buy with a new console. Even if you buy like a PS4, like most niggas get like a second controller.
Oh yeah, but shit, there's other things that Nintendo never mentioned. SD card, come on, 32, come on, son.
Yeah, I feel you. You're gonna need an upgrade. All right, yo, J-May, we missed your thoughts on the presentation. You want to give it quickly before we continue?
Oh yeah, I thought it was terrible.
Shit!
I had to throw a grade. I would give it a 4 out of 10. It was bad. They spent way too much time on motion controls. The second half, they showed us, some games that we already knew about. But for me personally, I wanted to see a lot more new IP, and I didn't get that. And I still pre-ordered it like a sucker, but because
the games, bro.
Because Zelda and Mario, but those are two games we already knew about. As far as selling me on new things, they did a terrible job. So I mean, that was my.
I feel you. I feel you. Blandry, what do you feel about the $2.99 accent price?
I think it's a fair price for what they're asking for. I thought they couldn't go past 300, so I'm glad to see that it's at least that. But I would have loved it for it just to be 250, come with that 1-2 switch game.
Yeah,
but I'm fine with it, I guess.
Okay, you're fine with it. Erica, what do you think about the $2.99 price point?
I agree that the PS4 right now is a better deal. Like, I'm with you guys on that. But I already have my PS4. So, like, I'm looking at this thing thinking it will be the cheapest console I've bought in a while. It's not a terrible price. I did want 250. That was the sweet spot. I agree with you. And I'm with Tony that the console price doesn't bother me. It's the extra stuff. The Pro Controller, I think, is too high. And then we still have to worry about online and all of that if we want that.
We gonna get to that.
And we'll get to that. But I'm just saying, like, all this extra stuff, it starts to pile on, and then it becomes expensive.
Yeah, I feel you.
By the way, can I also add that the Pro Controller doesn't have a headphone jack? Just to add that.
Exactly. That's another thing.
Yo, Jack.
I'm pretty much in agreement with everybody else. I thought 300 was steep at first, and then when I saw the price of the accessories, I'm like, oh shit, Nintendo doing me a favor. Like they could have, bro, ridiculous.
Yo, BG, that $299 is that a problem for you, or that the price is really not a problem?
It's not a necessarily a money problem, because it's in the words of Dark Cloud, I make money.
I make money. Put it on the shirt.
Shout out to Dark Cloud.
The price I would say is not the worst, and that's the least problem. That's the least problem there.
I wanted to say one thing. What we're forgetting here, though, is that's just for the Switch. That's not including a game. You have to buy the game separate, so that's $60 on top. Yeah. And imagine if one of those games that you're getting is 1-2 Switch. 1-2 Switch is $50.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's a tech demo.
All right, yo. So let's
for that bullshit, son.
So we got the price covered. It's coming out March 3rd. No region locking. I'm guessing we all can agree that's a positive in here right now.
Yeah.
That's one big. That's a positive. Nintendo finally stepped into 2017 with that. So good job there. All right, so what do you guys think about? Let's talk about controllers and accessories and shit like that.
Oh, shit,
right, yeah, what up?
You mean your smartphone?
We'll get to that.
Yeah, let's talk about controller. Let's talk about controllers and accessories. Okay, so the Nintendo Switch's controllers are extremely expensive. You can't damage control this at all. The Joy-Con controllers retail in the US. What is in the US for just the Joy-Cons standalone by itself, not in the bundle?
One for $50. If you want both of them, it's $80.
Okay.
And if you want the little grip they go on, it's an extra $30.
Okay,
yeah. The fucking cords, son.
Okay, Canadian prices, just add $10 to that, basically.
Oh, don't forget that the docking bay is $90.
And the docking bay.
You know what's crazy though? You know the Joy-Con grip that they slide into? That's the extra $30. They got two different ones. They got one that don't charge the Joy-Cons, and then they got one that do.
I did not know that.
The one that comes packed in with the console doesn't charge the Joy-Con.
Bro, what the hell is going on?
Wait, do they give you a way to charge the Joy-Cons out of the box?
Yeah, I'm actually really confused about that. You gotta
put the Joy-Cons in tablet mode and then dock it onto the dock to charge.
Okay, yeah. I see.
Is anybody? I was gonna say, is anybody else disturbed at the fact that to get an SSD for these things, to get a micro SSD for these things is extremely expensive if you want a big memory?
Not really, because you could get like a 128 for like fucking $40.
But you have to get you want to get a quality one though, because it's very slow.
We might as well go back to the memory card days, man.
Why not?
All right, so so like the accessory prices, I feel like was a huge misstep with Nintendo, because everything's like overpriced. You know, the fucking controllers, the Pro Controller cost. Like I saw Nintendo's Pro Controller costs more than any controller out right now, like the Xbox One controller and the PS4. Am I correct?
It does. Besides the
Elite,
and the fact that it's missing a headphone jack is kind of disappointed.
But the PS4 and Xbox One controller are like $60, right?
Yeah, this one's like $10.
First of all, if you buy one of those controllers for $60, you crazy.
But
there's sales out there.
45 is like the price I've seen it at.
Yeah. So that's absolutely crazy to me. I feel like Nintendo really fucked up with the accessory prices. Now let's talk about this bullshit online real quick. Yo, Nintendo expects us. You know what? Yo, let me not even talk. Let me let the people talk. Blanche, what do you think about you're the Nintendo enthusiast out here? So, what do you fucking think about the online that they're offering? What do you think about it, honestly?
That literally that killed the deal for me. Like the Switch was going to be my primary platform for gaming, but I know Nintendo's going to find a way to do like online game, like their online system the worst. So yeah, PlayStation 4. And apparently there's this whole thing about how you can get a game for a month, but then you have to keep your subscription, or it's just a whole lot of things. I'm hearing like back and forth on it, how you get to keep it for a year if you have your subscription, if you get to keep it for a month. It's just Nintendo needs to explain themselves.
Yeah, but overall, yo, what do you think about that online service and what they presented?
Trash.
It's garbage, right?
Yeah.
I think we all can agree.
I can't defend it.
Yeah, Erica, what do you think about that shit?
Heck yeah, it's trash. I'm just like I said in my video. I feel like Nintendo sits down and they have a meeting and they say, okay, how can we make the worst online? Like, it honestly feels like that.
I honestly, I actually really agree with you. I was like, how can we really want to like fuck this up?
The worst part is the phone stuff. I can't even.
Don't get me started.
You know what's the worst part about it for me is that they think it's okay that you're gonna pay this money, and the only thing you get in return is one NES or one or two NES or Super Nintendo games, and you only get to keep them for a month.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I'm hearing that like you get to keep it. So I think the information is kind of like, we don't have like proper information on that yet. I'm hearing that like you actually get to keep it for longer as long as you have the subscription. Like, what PlayStation does. You know what I'm saying? When you sign up, then as long as you have the membership, you always could play the games. That's what I think it is, but who knows? What I read on your website said that you only get to keep it for 1 month though. So that's true. That's fucking garbage. Yeah, that's like and the fact that they're only including NES and SNES games are fucking garbage too. Like, how about like GameCube virtual consoles? They didn't announce that. They didn't announce Wii U games. They didn't even announce Switch games. So I'm just curious on the pricing of this, because how this online is set up, this shit has to be like $5 or like I think this shit like $5. On some real nigga shit, this shit has to be like $5 because I was the most
ain't gonna be no $5, son. You already know.
All right, yo. So Tony, what do you think about the online? What do you think about
well,
online,
okay.
bro?
First of all, I'm gonna just say it right. I'm not mad that they're charging for online. Sony does it. Microsoft does it. They're getting with the times.
I'm mad they're charging it.
I can't fault them for that. Let me finish. I can't fault them for that. But then the implementation comes in, right? How do you voice chat? You got to use your phone. You only get one free game a month or something. Then it's like, okay, you're charging people for bullshit. So that's where I can't condone it.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Go ahead.
Sorry, I keep interrupting. I feel so disrespectful. I'm sorry, guys, but I was going to say, as a PC gamer, I get to game online for free. I mean, just the fact that you have to pay to play on PS4, Xbox One, I already don't find that acceptable. But at least you get some things included when you get PS Plus, right?
Yeah.
So when I see Nintendo going in that direction, I don't think that helps them. That helps them compete. And anybody who thinks about getting this as a primary system is out of their mind. This is
facts.
I agree.
This is not a primary system. If you're buying this expecting to play the biggest AAA games on this, you're out of your mind. This is going to be like, for me, if I'm getting this, I'm buying it as if it were a 3DS, a successor to my 3DS. Exactly. I am not buying this as a main platform. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm doing. Same
people probably thought I was going to come on this podcast and fucking damage control this bullshit. Like, come on, bro. Who do I look like? Dr. Trey, fam?
Real talk though. I thought you were gonna come mad damage controlling tonight.
Come on, yo. You think I'm gonna defend some? Look, we're gonna get to the positive. Like, I just want to get the negatives out of the way. Then you guys, what I think is positive, and you guys want to say it's not positive. Then we could debate for real.
Nintendo is retarded.
Facts.
All right, so BG, they're online.
Let me tell you why they are absolutely retarded.
All right.
Right. Having a failed online, when you have Sony and Microsoft to look at,
that's what I was about to
look at to see what to do right, is literally like someone passing the test before you and them giving you the answers. And you failed the test, and you're like, I don't know how I failed.
100% agree, because I was gonna make that point earlier about like, yo, they have such great examples to look at. Like, don't act like you can't just go fucking pick up an Xbox and just look how the online is set up, or a PlayStation. But I don't know what's wrong with Nintendo internally that they just can't figure out this system. Is it really that like tech? Well, I'm not a tech man, so I don't know, right? So is it that really hard to implement a system? Like, decent online system like that. Like you have the blueprints right in front of you. Like, you know,
you have to understand that Nintendo, it has a lot of hubris. They're not looking at what other people are doing. They think whatever they're doing is the best way of doing it. They don't care about what's going on in the market. Understand?
Yeah,
that's how they approach everything.
Like a lot of arrogance.
Yeah, I think that's probably their biggest flaw in you know, their running their company. But J-Man, what do you think about that online, bro? That Skype online, bro?
I just find it funny how they're gonna charge you for our smartphone app where you got Google Hangout and Skype for free.
Exactly.
On the same damn hand, like on your same device. Like that's crazy to me. But
I was thinking about that. I was like, what's the difference between me just getting in like a 4-way call with somebody?
Exactly.
Forget the apps.
You ain't gonna be able to invite them though.
Call everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if you're gonna pick up your fucking cell phone, you might as well just get your friends and just download a free app and use it to voice chat. If you're gonna go as far as pick up your cell phone to use it for voice chat, so the fact that they're making us use the app to voice chat is fucking retarded. It's absolutely like the dumbest shit I've heard.
Also, another thing I wanted to point out is if people are out the doors pre-ordering this thing, you're already making Nintendo feel confident. You know, you're already telling Nintendo, I'm gonna buy this, even though you didn't really do anything impressive. I'm gonna buy it.
Well, they have some stuff impressive. Well, I find impressive. We'll get to that. But
we'll get to the positives now. So I'm done. I'm done ranting. We can get to the positives.
All right. So bullshit online. $299 price point. I feel like that's an L. Like overpriced accessories. That's an L. Let's talk about this battery life real quick because BG pointed out that it's 2.5 hours to 6 hours battery life. What do you guys think about that, J-Man? What do you think about that battery life?
I know it depends on which game you're playing. So I'm not really too worried about it.
Can I point out something real quick? I heard that when you're playing Zelda, it lasts 3 hours. That's what I heard.
Yeah. The biggest thing that I'm worried about is how long it takes to charge, because they were saying like 3 hours to charge it. So if you get like 3 hours to play and 3 hours to charge, that's kind of a big deal. So I'm hoping maybe that's not the case, but I'm not too worried about it. I mean, the Vita doesn't have like, you know, the best battery life as well. And this plan, for me, this is replacing my Vita. So I'm not really worried about that.
Jack, Move, what do you think about that 2.5 to 6 hours? Is that enough for you, you think?
I mean, I don't know, bro.
Like if your Vita had 2.5 to 6, so like
if it had 2.5, I'd be fucking pissed. I mean, if it's closer to the 6, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
You're cool with 6 hours,
yeah.
Right? Okay, so we have to see. I guess we have to see it in action. We can't really talk too much shit about that, right? Because we really got to see it in action. But if it's like most games are gonna last 2 hours, then I feel like that's it. That's a problem. You know, so you have to
let's just be real though. You know for a fact those 6 hours are just if you leave the thing on without playing the damn thing.
We can't.
I can say that. I'm saying it right now.
So?
I guarantee you that shit.
For me, the battery life is justified by the idea that you're playing AAA games on a portable. That for me is the only justification for the 3 hours or 2 hours. But to be honest, I think smaller games like 2D side scrollers or things like that will probably run at 6 hours. But
I doubt it. I think 5 hours tops. That 6 hours is just like wishful thinking, bro.
Well, we're definitely when the shit finally comes out, like you're gonna have so much tests on YouTube with battery life. So we'll get our answers.
Man, I'm gonna be on that channel every day.
we'll get our answers. We're gonna see our tests and we'll come back and we'll talk about this later.
What's the battery life of the PS4 controller and the Xbox One?
The PS4 controller battery life hella trash. It's like 4 hours, bro.
Yeah. That shit ain't no goddamn 4 hours, man.
Nigga, stop.
Bro, it's at least 7 to 8, bro. It's at least 7 to 8.
No, Chaos.
That's like 8 hours.
No way.
That shit like 8 hours, bro.
Yeah.
It used to be trash. It's better now.
Yeah, it's way better now. Yeah.
That shit like 8 hours, bro. Come on, bro.
8 hours?
8? Yeah, man.
You gotta have a PlayStation, bro. What kind of model controller?
I got a PlayStation
bro?
too.
I don't fucking know, man. It's about 8 hours. Fuck you talking
about? It's like 8 hours, bro.
It's like 4 to 5 hours, bro.
Nah, it's not 4 to 5, bro.
Well, my keyboard is infinite hours.
Okay.
Right here.
And your mouse
that
too.
shit.
Bro, one thing I would say from having the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One at launch and using both controllers. When I use my AA battery, using my Xbox One, real nigga shit though. That shit last me a week of gaming before I even have to worry about that shit. Real nigga shit.
Those rechargeables, yeah.
Real nigga shit though. I'm telling you, like
I was talking about 2 to 3 hours.
Well, I said 2 to 3. I said like 4. It's like 4.
No, Lo said that.
Oh, no.
when it comes to controllers, when I play games that require a controller on my PC, I still use the original Xbox 360 controller, and that thing lasts me a pretty long time, and it's still a great controller. So I mean,
All right, so we got that out of the way. So let's talk about the software a little bit with the Nintendo Switch. So I actually have a list of the games that they have showing. So, but BG, I just want to get your take. What do you think about the software that they have coming up for 2017? In all honesty, what do you think of it?
The only thing that I would possibly buy it for is Zelda, and I'm not buying it for one game. Everything else, not interested. Everything else looks like pretty trash.
Okay, so all right, so before we continue with this shit, like I want to actually ask the panel a question. Would you guys buy a console for one game or two games if they're like extremely amazing? BG.
Yep.
Yeah. BG. Would you buy? Okay.
One? No.
One for me, yes.
Yep.
BG, what'd you say? You said two you would, but not
two,
one?
Yes. One, no.
Okay, Tony?
No.
You wouldn't buy a console if it had one spectacular game, even the game was like a Last of Us or a Last of Us 2.
You know what? Let me think. If it was like a brand new Metal Gear game by Hideo Kojima, then yes.
Okay, so yes. So your answer is yes. So
Okay,
I
yeah,
just want to
sure,
know.
yeah.
So you would buy a console for one game, depending on what game it was, obviously.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. It's like, yo, if you had a brand new Grand Theft Auto, the only game I would buy that shit.
Okay,
hold on, BG. If Red Dead Redemption was exclusive to like PS4, you wouldn't buy that if you didn't have.
It was just one game. It's just one game.
Was the only game? No.
Yeah.
What?
BG full of shit. BG lying.
He's lying. He's lying. He's put up a front.
Game?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
At launch.
Bro, you bought an Xbox for one game. What you talking about?
I had several games on my Xbox.
Sure you did.
All right, yo, Pierce, would you buy a system for one game, one amazing game, if it had what you're interested? Okay, Jack?
I bought the Vita for 2 games, so yes.
Okay, J-Main?
Yeah, I say yeah.
For Tenga?
Yes, one game. No, that's not acceptable.
Tenga, one game. Would you buy a platform for one spectacular game that you're really interested in?
Absolutely not.
No? Okay.
No.
No matter how bad you wanted that game and it.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Okay, cool.
I'm not that. It just goes against my ethics.
It's about condoning it. Like you sending a really bad message.
Well, I'm not condoning it. It's just my ethics.
No, that's what I'm saying. If somebody supports that, like
not really. How's that a really bad message? But let me get what Erica's thoughts, and we'll go back to that. Erica, would you buy a platform for one amazing game that you're super into, just to play that game?
Yeah.
Then maybe sell it later if you want to. But would you actually get it? Go through.
Yeah, I would. I've done it before. So
okay, I feel you.
But then I ended up buying other games later.
Yeah.
You know.
Blandrew, would you?
Yep, bought a Vita for Persona 4 Golden, and I was gonna buy an Xbox One for Scalebound, but you know.
All right, cool. All right, so I want to ask the chat this question, guys. Would you buy a game? That's console for just one game. Would you guys do that? All right, so BG, what were you saying about this is a problem for people to do that, or what were you saying? Like people shouldn't do that?
Well, one of my problems with people supporting like this Switch is not even about my distaste for the Switch. It's like Nintendo's never gonna learn. Like, ultimately, it's gonna take a while for them to learn. Like in the long run, but it's like Nintendo really believes that what they're doing is okay. It's clearly not. And buying that console, Nintendo gonna think, oh, we're doing a good job over here. Like, no, stop high-fiving, Reggie.
Yeah, I agree with everything.
That's smile off your face.
So you're saying this basically is bad for the company because they're gonna see success from it, and like they're doing a good job, so you feel like it shouldn't be supported.
Success, but
short term
failure in it. So,
yeah, but you don't.
Like,
you don't
honestly,
think like a big ass
Nintendo fans think they're helping their company. They're only hurting Nintendo in the long run.
Facts.
You're not helping. You're not supporting Nintendo by buying this thing at launch.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, BG, since you're saying that. So it's better. So you're saying basically it's better that we don't buy the Switch than Nintendo will learn from this. But don't you think won't that do more damage to them?
No. Look at the Xbox. Look at how hard the Xbox was struggling in the beginning. Look what happened. They started giving.
But niggas still bought it. Niggas still bought it. What do you
like? They gotta lose money to realize.
But it was failing in comparison to the PS4.
Okay,
but look at how bad the Wii U was.
Yeah, but you don't think Nintendo knows that about failing with the Wii U? You think
apparently not because
it's like they don't learn.
One thing I want to say is it's not so much that people shouldn't go out and buy this thing at launch. People shouldn't pre-order it because that would send a message to Nintendo and let Nintendo know people aren't going to pre-order this unless you really make it worth their money. And in all my honest opinion, this is not worth your money at launch, or it's not worth pre-ordering. It's not worth pre-ordering.
So what I'm trying to understand is BG saying that, like, basically, no, don't buy the Switch, then Nintendo will do better. That's what you're trying to tell you, right? Kind of right now?
They will. What other choice do they have?
So if they drop the Switch, how about they just bomb and they just fucking fail and now it's done for them? Like,
yeah, they didn't really do much better on the Wii U when that was bombing.
They couldn't because it cost too much to produce, just like the Switch.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's cut as dry as that, though. I don't think it's.
Here's the thing: you gotta look at it from this perspective, right? Remember when Xbox One had their press event, right? The reveal, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody thought that thing was bullshit, right? What did Microsoft do? Within the span of like 3 months, they changed their whole course, right? By the time E3 came out, you saw nothing but games. And then by the time the system actually launched, they changed their whole lineup with the whole DRM shit. So you can make an impact with your wallet, you know? Because I'm pretty sure they saw those pre-orders are like, oh, fuck, this is not good. We got to change facts, you know?
Exactly.
It wasn't only the people not liking it. It was the clapback. The clapback that Microsoft got
it was bad. Yeah,
like these Nintendo dudes not speaking up to Microsoft.
But come on, like, yo, there's been a lot of negative, press towards the Switch. You act like everything you've seen is positive in the media, positive with everybody. Like, even the people who are excited about these games that they showed, like, all called the bullshit.
Pretty positive, dude. Like,
no,
look, shit I'm seeing, bro.
What do you mean by the media? Not really. A lot of people. There's been actually a lot of backlash.
I haven't seen that much. Like, not as much as I expected.
Okay, can I say something? One last thing. Sorry about this, but I'll say one thing. If you look at Xbox, the problem with Xbox is Xbox fans, because Xbox fans, they will clap at what Microsoft does. And Nintendo fans are kind of going in that same direction. And what fans need to do instead of clapping is they need to have an open mind and be a little more critical. Show Nintendo a sign of, no, we're not going to bend over for you. You have to bend over for us because we're the consumers. If we're buying this, you're getting our money. It's not the other way around. And if Nintendo fans are going to continue to just praise Nintendo, even though they're doing a really anti-consumer console with anti-consumer features, then instead of going on Twitter and telling people, well, I don't know why people are mad about the Switch, they should be going on Twitter and they should be saying things like, this about the Switch needs to change. This idea about the Switch needs to change. I'm not going to just pre-order
that, actually.
I just think ultimately the market will speak for itself. We've seen with the Wii U that Nintendo fans alone are not enough to keep like Nintendo going. So even if Nintendo fans at launch pre-order this, and then after that the casuals don't pick up on it, Nintendo's going to suffer the same fate that they did with the Wii U, and they're going to be done. So whether or not Nintendo comes out and gives us everything that we want, they're gonna ultimately kill themselves anyway. So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people have been saying this. Look, the Nintendo Switch makes a horrible. Before we hop back into the games talk, because I fucking skipped that shit, but I just want to touch this real quick. A lot of people have been saying that the Nintendo Switch makes a horrible home console, and I agree. I think we all can pretty much agree the Nintendo Switch can't be your primary console with what they've been shown, especially with the platforms like the PC, PS4, Xbox One. No way Nintendo can compete in the as a primary system, which I'm okay with a secondary console. I know some people aren't okay with that, but I'm okay with that. So my question to you guys is, if they just switch their marketing to this is a handheld now, what do you guys think about the Switch, BG?
It's too big.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What did you say, BG?
It's too big?
Too big.
Oh my God. Hit this nigga with a bottle,
It's not that much bigger than 3DS.
Hit this nigga with a bottle. Yo, if you actually pop off the fucking the Joy-Con controllers, is as big as the 3DS. Have you seen the fucking
Yeah, it's not that big, bro. It's way smaller than the Wii U.
Okay, so BG, once again, if they switched it, this is a console that has a docking station to the TV. That kind of marketing. What do you think? What do you think of it now?
I don't think the problem is Nintendo's marketing exactly. That's not the
fundamental problem. But you're thinking of this as a home console. That was your whole beef against it. So now it's a handheld. What do you think of the Switch now? Now it's a handheld that has a feature that you could plug into your TV and thing. Okay, right? So what do you think of the Switch now? If it was that like that,
if it's the handheld and everything else is the same.
Yeah, it's just a handheld. It's just they market it going forward. Is okay. This is our handheld. So, what do you think of the Switch as the handheld? Just as a handheld. That's my only question to you. You know what I'm saying? Or are you confused?
I'm still not impressed with it as a handheld.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's the problem, bro.
Let BG finish. Let BG finish. Yo, all right.
It's still not an impressive handheld either. I'm sorry.
Why is that? Why is that? Why is it not an impressive handheld? Why is it? Please.
Because look at all the things that it's like missing. Like
as a handheld, like what?
I mean, the games for one.
Oh my god! Okay.
Can I intervene?
Let him finish real quick. Then you can jump in.
No, you can go ahead. I still.
Oh, that's it. So you don't.
Okay.
So basically, as a handheld, it's a shitty handheld to you. Same way.
It's a shitty existence. The whole thing is trash.
Okay, hold on.
Now you're just tripping. All right, yo.
As a handheld, I agree with him. As a handheld, I don't think it's a good handheld either because if it's going to be a handheld, it's going to need a much longer battery life than that. It's going to need to be smaller. It's going to have to not have the detachable controllers because if this is a handheld and you're going to take it with you everywhere you go, you lose those things off the handheld. That's not a very good design. You're going to have to remove the touchscreen and you're going to have to take away some of the power of this thing so that it has longer battery life. So even as a handheld, I agree. I don't think it's good as a handheld either.
All right. Before I even put my 1-2 cents in there, yo, fuck it, I want to hear from you guys. Tony, what do you think of the Nintendo Switch as a handheld? Like just as a handheld. Say if they didn't come out and say all of this shit about it being a home console, a handheld second, all this shit. How about they came out and say it's a handheld that you could plug into your TV and play higher resolution and shit? What do you think of it now?
You know, I'm going to be honest. I don't think this question is valid for the Switch because as a handheld, okay. If you look at it from the surface, right? Okay, graphically, it's the most powerful handheld out there, right? That's great. But look at the battery life, right? 3 hours tops. What are you going to do to get more juice? Let me finish. What are you going to do to get more juice out of it? You're going to have to carry an extra cable and a portable charger. And a bag to carry all this shit in. So it's already kind of a shitty handheld to begin with on that point. So it doesn't seem like it's a good
what's Vita battery life real quick? Since
it's like 6 to 7 hours. Right?
Okay.
But this is 3 hours, bro. Like that's not
3. Okay. That's not. Wait, we have to say it's 2 to 6.
There's
right?
a range.
I'm basing it off of Zelda. Let's say you buy Zelda, the only game that's gonna be. Let's just be honest. Don't buy Zelda fucking launch.
Okay,
game,
yeah.
You buy Zelda. Nintendo themselves confirmed 3 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's not even 2 trips. Like, okay, you go to work, like maybe an hour and a half, another hour and a half. You're gonna be drained, and you come home, you got to charge it for another 3 hours. It's not a good handheld either, man. Like it's
okay. So for the fact of so you're saying your argument is the battery life kills it as a handheld. That's what you're
that's what I mean. Because if it wasn't for the battery life, I would think it would be actually a pretty damn good handheld, to be honest. You know, but that battery life killed. Because when you get a handheld, you need a good battery life. This doesn't even have that. And I understand that the games they're playing are really quote unquote robust. Take that how you will, but it's still not enough, man. It really isn't. You know.
Okay.
To answer, the short version is I don't think it's a good handheld as far as battery life is concerned.
Okay, Pierce, what do you think of it as a handheld?
Give me an external battery and it'd be lit, yo. I can play Skyrim on the go, Zelda on the go. I'm feeling it.
Okay. Jack, we didn't get your thoughts as a handheld.
The thing about it is, like, no matter how they promote it, it is what it is. Like, it's like people say it's good at a lot of things, but it ain't a master at none of them. You know what I mean? So
like I've been watching videos and like you guys should really check out this long video that Digital Foundry has on their hands on the Switch. When they're talking about the Nintendo Switch in portable mode, they have nothing but great things to say about it. You know that, right? They have nothing but incredible things to say. They say like it on the screen is crazy. Actually watching Zelda like being played on the screen because they haven't seen nothing that good looking on the handheld on the portable device. Every time Digital Foundry mentions anything bad about the Switch is when it's docked and it's playing on the TV and then they're kind of unimpressed. But as a handheld, watch a video, people who got hands on, they're saying like they have nothing but great things to say about it. But Erica, what do you think about the Switch, as a handheld? Like Sable was like marketed as a handheld first.
It's kind of how I've always thought of it, even before the presentation or anything, even with the marketing, as a console. I've always thought of it as like a better 3DS because I really like the 3DS, and I always thought maybe it would be awesome to play this on my TV. Like I would always think that with the games I was playing, like Luigi's Mansion, Zelda, whatever I was playing. So I went into it with that mindset. I think that's why I'm not as disappointed as other people because they wanted a console that was
they want a home console, and
have power and have all this other stuff, and I just didn't go into it thinking that. So not that it's an excuse or anything like that. I'm just saying that's how I think of it. So yeah, as a handheld, it's great to me.
Okay.
Bland. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Bland.
So what's your point? All right. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. I was gonna say, do you guys personally think that this is going to draw in kids who game on mobile phones? Do you think it's going to pull them away from their mobile phones?
Some of them, I'm sure.
That's a good question.
I'm sure some people will be attracted to it. Well, you can't say nobody, BG.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
You can't say no. What I'm saying.
How you say no, bro? No. It's either some. You can't say no. What do you mean no?
I'm saying no as well.
No, you have to be. Some will be into it. A kid will see that shit and think it's hot. You can't say some kids will see that.
It depends on the games.
You need to talk to some modern kids right now.
What do you mean?
If they throw a Pokemon on,
let's just be honest. Kids don't give a fuck about console gaming or anything like that. They just want to play shit on their tablets or their phones. They don't care about handhelds.
It'll attract some.
You can't sit here and tell me it's not gonna attract no kids. What kind of fucking shit you guys?
Some kids, not a lot though.
Yeah, we don't know. It's gonna attract some. Yeah, some people are gonna see it and be into it. Like how everybody's different. Some people are gonna check it out and be, or some kids are gonna see it on TV and is gonna be into it. You never know. Some kid might not. Some kid might want to stick with the college.
I'm telling you, the majority of kids won't be into it.
Well, I can't really say that because, you know, sometimes some kids have some stupid fads, some stupid toys that everyone buys. So like, I can't really even say that right now. So you can't really. I feel like you can't really say that. You know what I'm saying?
But you have to look at how the market works on both of these. First of all, kids don't like to hold something in their hand for that long unless they're having interaction with another human. That's why a lot of kids like phones. The Switch probably won't provide text features like you get on phones. And not to mention, kids can be texting, close out of the text, open up a quick game, play a quick game for 5 minutes, go back to texting.
I think we're talking about like 5-6 year olds. Like, I don't know, 5-6 year olds.
I think it depends on the parents. If the parents babysit their kids with phones, then maybe. But if it's somebody who had a Wii U, those kids might want it.
Because I just bought my nephew for Christmas a 2DS and he's loving it. So I don't know how you niggas could say that. Like, obviously, if I showed him a Switch, you don't think you would think that's cool. He's loving his Pokemon.
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing is, I have a 3DS, and out of everybody in my family, only I play the 3DS. Yeah, my siblings just play on phones and tablets. I'm like, look, guys, here's Super Mario 3D Land, and they're like, oh, that's cool. They'll play for 5 minutes. Boom, right back to their phones. So the only people that are really going to be buying the Switch, let's face it, are adults like us.
Yeah, obviously we know no kids can't buy it because they fucking can't afford it. The adults will be buying it.
No, I mean, like, parents aren't going to be buying it for their kids. Only adults will be buying it for them.
Usually parents fucking get what the kids want. So it's not really up to the kids. So I don't know what we really talk about. But BG said no kid is gonna want that. I'm like, how can you say that? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, how can you say that?
There's a very low percentage of kids that are gonna want to switch. That's what I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's some kids that want it,
bruh.
Well, there will be some. There will be some.
I mean, kids that want to play games, like they see that shit, they're like, "Oh, I want to play that."
Like I said, there was once upon a time where every kid, like in the world, as far as gaming goes, wanted to play on a Nintendo platform. When we were growing up, that's exactly what I wanted. Like I wanted an N64 over a PlayStation. Fact, my father will tell you that. That time is past. There's kids right now that don't even acknowledge Nintendo as a fucking gaming platform.
Yeah,
can we be real here? Let's just be honest.
Right, you know what? Go ask preteens. Go ask them about a Nintendo console. They don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Because they weren't alive when Nintendo was relevant. That's why.
Exactly. They're not relevant no more. Kids right now want a PS4 and an Xbox. They don't even acknowledge Nintendo as a gaming platform.
Yo, you know what? Like, I'm going to be honest, even if they even want that, because it seems to me like younger kids, all they care about is actually watching other motherfuckers playing games on YouTube. Like, they don't want to play themselves.
I agree with that. My nephews love watching.
Hey, but if they put Minecraft on Switch, bro.
Yeah, the Minecraft I was going to say.
Yeah, whoa. Minecraft on the Switch, that is a selling point in itself. I'll admit that.
Yeah, exactly.
So we don't know who the Switch is really going to attract. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that all kids are going to be want to Switch. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying BG can't say no kid is going to be want to Switch.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can't say you can't.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You know what he means, though. Come on.
Nah. He's talking shit.
You can't say no kid's gonna win it. That's true.
Okay, 5 of them. Okay, cool.
Well, like I was saying, like it kind of depends on the parents because I have cousins. They're like 8, 9, 10 years old, and they love their Wii U. They don't have phones, so I think it just depends on the parents and like what they let them play with and stuff like that.
Well, so straight up, did anybody see a single kid in the Switch commercials?
No, they marketed towards young adults.
Yeah, hipsters.
All right, yo, let's get Blandy's thoughts on the whole handheld thing, you know, over home console. So what do you think of the Switch as a handheld? So pretty much everyone here is not really impressed, I guess, except for Pierce. So Blandy, what do you think of the Switch as a just a handheld?
I think it's pretty cool as a handheld. Like having a console-like experience on the go with a handheld experience, if they're combining both of their divisions, I think it's pretty dope. But battery life really isn't something I personally care about because it's not like I'm playing at 3 to 6 hours at a time on a handheld. So,
okay, so that's a fair argument because I work on the road, so sometimes I actually sit at a place for like an hour and 20 minutes. So if it only lasts 3 hours, that's good enough for it, like a next charge. So I guess we're very between. But I don't think person to person. But I don't think no one's really sitting there for like 6 hours, on standby, maybe on the road or out, that they're gonna get like, that much time to play to begin with. So maybe that's a fair argument to make. For me personally, I feel like the Switch makes fucking beast handheld, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I feel like the fact that you could play Zelda, the full experience anywhere you want, in your crib, on your bed, on the shitter, no matter where you want to play. I feel like that's fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, just check out Digital Foundry's video. They're very impressed with the visuals on the Switch portable. They're not
that's Digital Foundry.
Yeah, but they're very but I take their word still, because they're always honest. They're always honest and they spot on. Like they said, on the TV it's not as hot because Nintendo barely uses anti-aliasing in their games. The resolution, because they're saying for some of these games when they're docked, they don't get bumped up. Like they said for Bomberman, right? It's still 720p while it's docked in TV mode. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's definitely gonna look shit on my 4K TV. I already know that. But on the fucking Switch, you already know on that little 5-inch display, that shit's gonna look fine. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with in the handheld mode, that like I feel like maybe this is how they should market it. Maybe they should switch focus from it being a console that you could take instead of so it's being a handheld that you could plug into your TV. It's pretty much the same damn shit, but I guess how you tell people it's just how you tell people, I guess fucks them up. Like people honestly think a handheld and a portable console are fucking different, but to me, when I look at it, it's the same fucking shit. But I guess it's all perception. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it.
Something that did catch my attention that I do want to say is a positive is it seems that a lot of their first party games were running at 60 FPS. So that's normal. That's a plus for me.
Yeah, that's pretty normal for Nintendo. Like they actually focus on performance over
over anti-aliasing. It ain't running at no 60 frames, man.
Mario Kart was running at 60 FPS.
No, but let's just look at history though. Like when it comes to, you guys can't deny this because it's fucking out there. They heavily prefer higher frame rate than higher resolution. Like
I do too.
You can't deny this. Look at the Wii U's library. You know what I'm saying? Even if the game was
Legend of Zelda ain't running at no fucking.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Tell him, Tony.
You're right.
Zelda was
that Horizon Zero Dawn that you so hyped for is 30 frames too. So I ain't tripping.
Well, guys, if you guys,
but what's the minimum resolution on it, Kofi?
We really get into that. There's a lot more technology.
I know, BG, bro. I know, BG. I'm just fucking with you.
Let's be real.
If you want 60 FPS with anti-aliasing, get a PC.
I knew he was going to say that.
Man sounded like KF right now.
I don't want to see console gamers adding me at all about 30 frames and laughing at 30 frames with Switch games because half of your games that you playing on the console's 30 frames. So don't even holler at me.
I'm not laughing. I'm just pointing out the fact that you're saying that Nintendo prefers 60 frames. Yeah, I'm just saying you're talking about Nintendo has 60 frames games. This shit is 30, son.
Yeah.
Okay,
so 30. You're right.
Xenoblade Chronicles was running really bad on that Switch.
That shit was running.
And most Nintendo games look like fucking Skylanders. So
like they got Doug Funny graphics and Hey Arnold graphics. So
yeah, okay, so you're making fun of that, but you like that Ratchet graphics though.
Nigga, no,
amazing.
No, Coffee, no, you're trolling right now, son.
But you like that Ratchet, no, but you like that Ratchet graphics though.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's Pixar quality.
Ratchet and Clank look way better than any Nintendo game.
Way better, son.
Yeah,
way
better.
Only because of the resolution. I'll
go back and look at Ratchet and Clank.
And then they covered in fucking jankies.
I beat the game, bro. You tried to tell me look at Ratchet. I beat the fucking shit, bro.
Okay, then all right, then you know it's not the same shit, and that's not.
I'm not saying no.
That's factual.
I'm talking about like
art style
direction. Like you're talking about.
No, we talking about graphics. You talking about art style?
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about art style because you're saying fucking looking like Skylanders and shit. Like what the fuck? It's the same kind of art style that Ratchet's using and shit. All that Pixar type shit.
Ratchet got better graphics though.
All right, so it got better. It got that better resolution and texture. I'll give you.
I'll always, as a PC gamer, I'll always take frame rates over graphics. That's coming from a PC gamer. I always take frame rates over graphics, to be honest.
All right, so okay, let me go over some of the games. We're gonna move on from this Nintendo Switch shit because I know like some of you niggas are gonna pass out like BG and Jack Mood. So
yeah,
we're gonna talk about the games quickly, then move on to other news. The Legend of Zelda, heat or not? Like BG, heat or not?
Right there, that's heat.
That shit looks amazing.
BG, heat or not?
It's the only game worth having. That piece of trash.
All right, yo,
That's heat.
everyone fucking looks heat, basically, right? All right, yo, Super Bomberman. All right, anyone heat or not?
Day one.
I haven't seen the gameplay yet. So
Bomberman looks pretty good.
BG, what do you think about that? Because I care what BG thinks. Because
it's not Bomber. I mean, I played plenty of Bomberman back in the day, but I wouldn't buy the console for it, so it's okay.
All right, so trash, right? So trash.
No, it's not trash. Bomberman isn't trash at all.
All right, cool. Skylanders, Imaginators, garbage. Just Dance 2017, garbage.
Trash.
1-2 Switch, garbage. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. What do you guys think about that shit?
Don't really care for it.
I wish they gave us more racetracks, but I'll still get it.
Oh yeah, no new racetracks on that mode.
Yo, I heard that they're not launching with new tracks. Yeah, I heard
that. It is launching with all the DLC and it's introducing battle mode back too.
Battle mode
and some new characters, probably some new vehicles. But I was expecting new tracks. So I was actually really disappointed when I heard that.
Hold on. Mario Kart ain't have battle mode on the last.
They're putting it back.
They're putting it back.
No, it had battle mode. It just wasn't like really all that great. So
it wasn't good. It wasn't good. They were doing it basically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Arms. What do you guys think about Arms? BG.
That's what I think.
BG, what do you think about Arms, bro?
A game retarded.
Yo, but I heard it can be played with a controller. So how do you feel about it now? Still retarded?
The game is retarded. I don't care about the game retarded. Like, bruh, come on. That joint looks so dumb. It looked like a retarded tech demo. Come on, man.
Visually, I think it looks nice.
I thought visually,
besides the crowd,
the
cardboard crowd. But
I can't lie. I thought the graphics didn't look that bad. When I heard it was a motion game, like I fucking flipped because I was done with motion.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do that.
But the fact that they announced that it's gonna have controller support, okay, cool. So maybe I might check it out on a discounted price.
Playing that game.
when I first saw it,
and like wailing their arms in the air.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah,
I thought it was a new Punch Out when I first saw that. I was like,
it should have been Punch Out.
Yeah. It looks more like a Blue Stinger to me.
Yo, but BG, the art direction didn't.
I mean, the Power Stone.
Blue Stinger, son.
No, the visuals look very detailed. I give them credit for detail, especially on the characters. But
so you're not
where they're at. The graphics wasn't going nowhere else. It definitely wasn't going to that crowd.
It was running at 60 FPS. It was running at 60 FPS.
All right, so Erica, put your 1 2.
Oh, I was just gonna say when I first saw Arms, I was just shaking my head like, what the hell is this? But then the more I watched it, it low-key looks fun. Like, actually looks kind of fun. I just wish they would have included it. Just give it free.
The Switch definitely needed a bundled in.
Throw it in there. Why not?
Yo, honestly, the Switch really did need a bundled in game.
Yeah. Nintendo Switch should be free.
Yeah.
Nintendo ain't gonna make money. Nintendo ain't gonna make money if they bundle a game. Let's be honest, though.
But it should have. But okay, Splatoon 2. Let's go around quickly. BG, what do you think about Splatoon?
Dope.
Splatoon is a seller, is a game that sells, but I would never play it in my life. But I acknowledge it's a decent pickup. It's the only like new relevant thing Nintendo has done in like last decade.
Okay.
Arms.
Pierce, so what do you think about Splatoon? Tony, you too. What do you guys think about it?
Don't care.
Don't care.
Fine.
Okay.
I had
Okay.
Splatoon 1, so I'm gonna get 2 regardless.
So you thought the first one was dope. I actually never played it, so this is new to me. So
First one was good.
first one was
Good,
dope,
I
dog.
played
all right,
it.
J-Man, you fuck with it, right?
Hell yeah. I almost got a Wii U for Splatoon 1 alone. But,
Jeez.
Splatoon 2. I don't think it deserves to be called Splatoon 2. I didn't see enough.
Look
of
like
it.
DLC.
Yeah, it looks more like
Yeah.
DLC, but I'm gonna still get it because I missed out on the first one as far as the owner. I played the first one.
That joint was like Kids Bop Gang Wars, man.
Sometimes you need that fun game though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Happens
yeah.
in your fun.
I don't give a
That's what
fuck
it
about
is.
all that shit. Yeah. All right, yo, Jack, what Splatoon real quick? Interested or not really?
I mean, I'm interested in Splatoon. It got too many jaggies, bro. I can't do it, bro. I'm joking, bro. That shit look bad in person.
Oh yeah. Huh? Okay. Erica, Splatoon.
I missed out on the first one. I thought it was fun, like lighthearted, just a good time. I don't know. I mean, it's good for the fans. There's a big following for it.
Okay. Blandrew, obviously you think that shit fire.
Yeah, Splatoon 1 was like one of the most addicting games I've ever played in my life. So I'm definitely picking up Splatoon 2.
Nigga in the comment section, you're a kid now, you're a squid now. Remember that trailer, bro? That trailer was fucking garbage, yo. All right, yo, so they announced Fire Emblem Warriors. All right, quickly, heat or garbage? Or do you guys care or you don't care?
I don't care if it's Fire Emblem.
Don't care.
Same here.
Stupid.
Trash.
No, it was
Okay,
stupid
okay.
reveal. I'm gonna direct this Wednesday about it, so we'll see more of it
Okay,
there.
Fire Emblem, I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. As for the main series games, those games are so fucking heat. I usually don't play strategy games, but when I tried this one, I fell in love with it. The fact that this is a Dynasty Warrior clone, I'm just indifferent about it. Like I'll check it out if it looks good. I still have yet to play like Dragon Quest Heroes and shit. So that's like a whatever to me. All right, yo, Super Mario Odyssey. BG, what do you think about Super Mario Odyssey? Since
Mario, and I don't play Mario games anymore because I've been alive for damn near 3 decades now, and I'm not doing it no more.
But you still.
So
playing
you don't.
If you want me to pick that argument and shoot like shotgun holes in it, I can, but I'm gonna let you live.
I'm just saying.
That's not a fair comparison. Shooters
It's not like a whole genre to
It's a
one
whole
character.
genre.
It's a genre compared to a series of Mario games. I mean, if you look at all the Mario games that
But
came
they're
out
different.
on the Wii U,
Okay.
it was just a bunch of new Super Mario Bros. Stuff, to be honest. And same with the Wii, it was just a lot of new Super Mario Bros. So
All
when
right.
he says same old, I think that's what he means. Because
Exactly what I mean.
in terms of first-person shooters, as a genre, you had a lot of diversity in first-person shooters last year.
All right, yo, BG. So Mario. So games like Mario 64 don't mean nothing to you, basically. Not
Mario
really.
64 was great. But when did Mario 64 come out?
Yeah, but so I'm just saying, like, so the
96?
thought. Okay, so the thought of a Mario game designed like it doesn't excite you, basically.
No, because I'm past that. Like I played too much of that in my
How'd you
past.
play too
You ever
much
had so
Mario
much of something
64?
that you
But
want
how'd
more
you
of it?
play too much Mario 64 if there's only been like 2
How
games
many
like
games
it?
you play
No,
that are like
yeah,
Mario
because
64?
all the 2D Marios, the 3D Marios,
But it's not
all the
2D, so
games-
I
Not
don't
the
get it. I don't
same.
get it. They're
all
not
the
the
games they
okay.
throw Mario in.
Oh
I
my
got sick of it.
god.
You ain't never loved something and then someone like force fed you it for so long you got tired of it. That's exactly
Too much anything ain't good, man.
I
Too much
understand.
Mario
That's how,
Tennis.
that's how I'm feeling with Forza right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of that shit. Horizon 3 was good. I'm kind of like tired of the motorsport series a little bit, but that's how I'm feeling a little bit when it comes to that because they're all pretty much the same. But I don't understand how you're comparing Super Mario Odyssey to like every single Mario game. There's only been like 2 other Mario games like this.
You can't
understand
compare
that?
but
like
no, but
new
I've
Super
been
Mario
playing
Bros.
but you gotta understand, my first console was a Super Nintendo.
That's irrelevant to what I'm trying to say. But that's irrelevant to what I'm trying to say. You're not understanding that.
You're limiting it to only the 3D Marios like N64. It doesn't matter to me. Like all of
Okay,
those
just a title.
still-
Just a title. Mario. You're just done with title Mario, basically.
I'm done with all 2D and 3D Marios, yeah. Because
okay.
they were pretty much of the same coin. There were two, they were from the same coin. It was just flip sides.
Okay, so you're basically tired of seeing the character, basically. That's what you have to say.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If they made a game that was just like Mario, but different mechanics, just a different character, I would play that.
Okay, so you're tired of the characters. Why don't you come out and say you're tired of the character, though?
I'm sick of the concept of Mario. Like I'm sick of it. It's lame.
Like
it's
save your
tired now.
princess and the whole same thing.
Yeah, it's like how many times I'm gonna save the same bitch.
Okay.
And then yeah.
All right, so we already know what BG thinks about this shit.
Something new.
All right, I feel you. We already know what BG thinks about this. What do you think about Super Mario Odyssey, Tony? Real quick.
All right, and I'm glad I got the platform to say this, because even though I've said it a bunch of times, right? Please tell me I'm not the only one that was weirded out, because I was always under the assumption that Mario is a regular human being from Earth, right? You know where I'm going with this, right? Regular human being from Earth. So why is it that I'm seeing him in a normal city with humans that are like twice as big as him? I'm like, why don't they all look like him? What the hell's going on around here?
A lot of people found that weird. I actually didn't though. I actually really didn't.
No,
I think that's kind of.
I actually thought that was cool in the city. I thought that city show was kind of cool.
No, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Mario running around the city doing crazy shit. That's fine. I just wish the people in that city looked like Mario. They were stylized like Mario. Why did
you know what it reminded me of? Like Sonic Adventure. You know what I'm saying?
But at least with Sonic Adventure, it made sense why Sonic looked different than the humans, because he's not a fucking human. You know.
That's true.
But aside from that, the actual game, I don't know about it. Like on the one hand, I'm not sick of platforming games. I still enjoy them, right? So on that tip, that's cool. But then the world itself, like maybe we have to see more, but it just seems kind of sparse. Like there's not a lot going on. You know what I mean? Like a lot of empty areas and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my heart, bro.
So I don't know, man. I'm listen. Don't get me wrong. I'm probably.
I'm gonna have to like take a shot of this bottle of Henny right now, bro.
Why that shit look hot fire to you? Because I got questions on it, son. I don't know about that, Kofi.
All right, Pierce, what do you think about Super Mario Odyssey, man?
I gotta see more of it, yo. Like for real.
You got some more of it still?
Yeah, I gotta see more. Like what I've seen so far looks dope. You know what I'm saying? You got Bowser in the pimp suit, you got Princess Peach getting kidnapped, pimped out. It looks pretty dope, but I gotta see more, yo.
Okay, I feel you. Jack.
It look all right, man. Like Tony said, I'm not really feeling the fucking real life humans and Mario's looking like a nugget on the screen. But other than that, it's cool, man.
Erica, what do you think about Super Mario Odyssey?
I'm with Tony and everyone. It weirded me out at first. I was like, what's going on? But then the more I saw it and the whole hat thing, using that to jump on things, and he's being traditional Mario with these quirky things he does. It looks interesting. I haven't been interested in a Mario for a while since Galaxy.
Yeah, as soon as I seen him do all the jumps, I was like, Jesus Christ, yo,
that was cool. So
every single jump in Mario 64, I was like, oh my god, this might be
just to be interested again it makes me feel like, okay, this is refreshing just to be into it.
J-Man, what do you think of the announcement of Super Mario Odyssey?
I thought it looked good. I didn't expect it to be Mario when the trailer first started, being in the city and all of that, but I thought it looked good. It looks fun. I mean, Mario, I'm not like overly fatigued on it, because as a kid, like I played a lot of Mario, but I wasn't really up its ass like a lot of people was. So I'm just excited to play.
Now you want the Kofi, okay?
Bro, I wasn't up his ass, but I see greatness. I have a good eye for greatness, and
let me just say this real quick, right?
A great game.
I don't want people to think like I'm tired of it only because it's Mario. If Sony put Kratos in every fucking game, I would be tired of that nigga too. Okay, I just want to say that. Like, imagine Kratos just popping up in every fucking random Sony.
They did put him in Hot Shots Golf. So
this nigga still on my screen.
They started to do that though.
He got a point there. Mario's in everything now.
I hope the next God of War is the last God of War. I love God of War, but I don't want to.
I hope you got
Kratos. Kratos, but not the last God of War.
Bro, yo, if Kratos is not in God of War, I might not play the next God of War.
No, I want God of I don't know. Like that should be the last God of War. I think everything.
I don't feel that way.
End in just time.
I understand what you're trying to say when you get too much, but I feel like the gap between God of War games is not that much. So I'm not tired of seeing Kratos yet. He's a legendary character. If the next God of War didn't have him in, I think I would be pretty upset because I fucking like the character. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's at the point that like I'm tired of Kratos or I'm tired of seeing him. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. I feel you when you're saying that Mario making all these appearances in these other games, like like the Mario and Olympics and all that garbage and shit like that. Like I feel you when it comes to that, but like I don't play those games, so you know what I'm saying. I don't buy those ones. I only buy the main good games. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't buy Mario going to the grocery store?
No, I don't. You niggas act like niggas out here. You niggas out here acting like I'm buying like every fucking Mario tennis. I'm buying fucking Mario Sonic in the Olympics and shit. Like I don't buy that garbage. You know?
Guys think if it was like Kirby or something like that, it'd be better?
I literally only buy Mario Kart, main Mario games and like Smash Bros, which he features in, which they're all fucking lit. You can't even at me with no bullshit. All those games.
They need to make a Waluigi game. Facts.
Yeah, yo, you know what they need to make? They need to make a new Wario Land. Like that would be. Who played those games on that fucking Game Boy?
Game Boy, yeah, those were hot, son.
Yo, Mario Land games are so fucking
Wario
sick.
Land, hell yeah.
Yeah, Wario Lands are like crazy. So, Blandrew, what do you think of Super Mario Odyssey before we move on and talk about some next shit? Because I'm actually kind of tired of talking about Nintendo at this point.
I wasn't asked about Odyssey.
oh yeah. What do you think about Odyssey, man?
Okay. Well, straight up, that first few scenes of Mario Odyssey made me feel uncomfortable. So Mario straight up looked like Chucky running on the streets. He looked like Chucky. He looked like a toy doll running on the streets. It was creepy. But anyway, I just think there's an oversaturation of Mario games, and I really think Nintendo needs to focus on making a new IP. And I think that's one reason Splatoon is so successful, is because it was a new IP by Nintendo. So a new IP by Nintendo would be great. It would really show that they still have what it takes to make new things. Because I mean, if you oversaturate your mascot, like the difference between Sonic and Mario is that Mario games are actually pretty good now, right? But I mean, Mario games are just oversaturated, you know. If I'm not gonna just, that's just honestly my only opinion. But other than that, the game looks like it's gonna be good because Mario games are usually pretty good. So that's all I gotta say.
Blandrew, what do you think about Super Mario Odyssey, man? Are you guys hyped for me? Yo, seeing a fucking a real 3D Mario successor to like Mario 64 and shit.
Yeah, I was waiting for a game like this for so long, just a real 3D Mario like Sunshine or 64. So, yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I feel you because I'm tired of like those like I'm kind of over the format of like you pick a course, you know what I'm saying, and you
obstacle courses.
I wanted an open one, so like I'm definitely hyped for this one. All right, so I actually want to ask one last question before we move on. Okay, for someone like you, BG, what will Nintendo have to do to get you on board with the Switch now? As of now, what would they have to deliver to you as of right now?
They're gonna have to airmail me a regular fucking controller to my house.
Okay.
To actually play what the Switch right now.
Okay.
They're gonna have to send me the game too. They're gonna have to send me everything.
Send me everything. No, I'm just saying, what can they do from like now? You know what the Nintendo Switch is all about. What can they do to improve the situation for you that you would get it? Whether it be certain IPs that you're interested in, you know what I'm saying?
They should make a new IP for like the hardcore gamer that's that's not hitting puberty.
So basically, not a single game out there that Nintendo has in their lineup of games that could bring you over to a Switch to maybe play.
I love Smash Brothers. I love Mario Kart. All y'all can get.
Aren't those Mario games? Aren't you tired of seeing them in games?
Oh God,
I really am. But I mean, if I had, he asked me if I had to deal with something. I mean, I'm saying that's what it would take. Honestly, if I had my choice, they would have to make a brand new console.
Oh shit!
Oh,
damn!
All on board. They have to make a brand new console,
bro. So there's no software title, not a Kid Icarus, not a Wario Land, not a Diddy Kong Racing 2, not a Metroid. None of those will bring you over to the Switch. Not even just have to play some of these games.
Make me buy one.
Okay.
The only possible, like I said, the only possible thing that would make me jump. Attempt to jump is like the what did I say, Mario RPG, or like if they brought back Diddy Kong Racing, then I'll be tempted.
Okay, but that's still not enough, right, for you?
Because they still do everything.
We all different, so I ain't getting knocked. If he's not into the Switch, fuck it. Switch has a lot of bad things going for it, probably more bad than good. So I ain't gonna knock him for. I'm definitely not gonna knock him down. But as for me, I ain't missing out on no great games. So that's all I say about that. Tony, what would Nintendo have to do right now that would make you like really happy with the Switch as of now? Like we already know what it's all about. So what can they do from here going forward that would make you satisfied?
Yeah, and I'm glad you phrased that way because I did pre-order the thing, right? Because I'm a gaming journalist. That's kind of my job. As if I was just a regular like gamer like Tony from like 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't have bought it, right? Just because I just don't trust Nintendo, right? I still think even this system's probably gonna flop in the end, right? But what would they need to do to make me happy? Man, like I think BG said it, just come up with a brand new system, like one that's not underpowered.
You cold. The question is, what do they have to do with the Switch, man? What do they got to do with the Switch?
Okay, I'll go along with the question, but a totally new system would have been better than this. But
okay, I feel you.
Basically, show me that you're actually willing to like give third parties the benefit of the doubt, put shit on that system, because that's what killed the Wii U initially, right? Like no third party support. And that was mostly because the Nintendo not even helping them out with that, right? I need to see some more third party support. I can't even talk about the battery life because me personally, I'm never going to take it out of the house, right? I do want to see what happened.
I just want a quick question real quick. Would you buy the third-party support on the Nintendo Switch if it didn't get it?
Yeah, like here's the part we didn't get to, right? The games I'm actually excited for, right? From the presentation. Xenoblade 2 looked dope.
Yeah, I didn't even say that. Yeah, that coming out.
That ran like garbage. That was running bad.
Yeah, it was running bad, but it's an RPG. I like RPGs. The Square Enix RPG, I'm excited about.
Yeah, that one looked good too.
Shin Megami Tensei is coming back.
Yep.
So that's cool.
Oh shit, No More Heroes is coming back too. Anyone?
Yeah, No More. So there's some stuff that gives me a little bit of hope that maybe Nintendo has finally fucking learned, but we're gonna have to see. But yeah, I basically just give me a lot of these like RPG games and stuff. I'll be happy with that. Mario, I don't know, whatever. We'll have to see about that. Zelda, I don't care about. Metroid, you give me a Metroid, I'd be very happy about that shit.
So,
like a
so
real
basically,
Metroid game.
Basically, they still could make you happy
They
by
still
delivering good games. By delivering good games at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, right. Look, right now, the system is not worth buying right now, but it has potential. You're being objective, it has potential. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's not a complete like disaster, right? Nintendo could have done a lot of things better, but as it is right now, it has potential. But I still fear that within the next 2 years, this thing, it might go the way the Wii U, but we'll see.
That's very fair. Jack Move, what does Nintendo have to do with the Nintendo Switch for you to even consider leaving your PlayStation, your lovely, PlayStation?
Well, I might need you to watch your mouth. I'm never leaving the PlayStation.
Never.
Two simple things that they can do right now. How about this? This is a novel idea. How about you put the online infrastructure actually on the fucking system? That's one thing. Another thing, add trophies. What are trophies?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was hoping for that.
I
kind of want about system features at all, really.
Would you guys be interested if Nintendo brought their reward system back for this thing, like their Nintendo? I don't know if it's gone, but
they got rid of it.
Yeah, it's gone.
Well, do you think they should bring it back for the Switch?
I mean, they should reward people for buying it. They definitely should.
I mean,
All right, so basically, to fix their online and add trophies, and you would be pretty interested in the Switch, Jack. Then
there's a possibility, yes.
Okay, and Jamie, what do they have to do for you now? I know you already have one pre-ordered, but what more would you like to see?
I just want to see some new IPs. That was my main thing going into the presentation, and that's still my main thing coming out of it. They got me with Zelda.
They got me.
Splatoon 2, and it's like I'm gonna have a game every season. But other than that, like I still need to see something fresh, and I don't know. I'm not hearing much, but anything is possible, like Kevin Garnett said.
For Tanga, what would Nintendo have to do with the Switch for you to pick one up right now? Like any games, or what would they have to do for you?
Pretty much what Jamie said. Just create new IPs and just create new IPs. Not that I'm not interested in Mario or Zelda, but making new IPs would definitely catch my interest, and they have to be IPs because when you introduce something new, a new concept, people will buy into it. You don't have to keep selling the old stuff. I mean, I hate using this as an example, but No Man's Sky, it was shit, but it was a new IP and it caught people's interest. So Nintendo needs to do something like make a new IP that will catch people's interest.
So you want new IP games. So basically, that's the answer, right?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, Arms. They're saying Arms, but Arms is not something that catches my attention. So.
All right, real quick, shout out to 160 people watching, man.
What?
I seen like 170 at a point. I feel like that's a new high.
What's going on with y'all, man?
Podcast getting up there.
Switching.
There's a lot of activity in the chat too. A lot of activity in the chat.
Much
shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to everyone watching right now. Much love. I really appreciate the growth in the podcast. I just want to say that real quick. Please hit the thumbs up button. Show a nigga a little bit of love. We out here slaving. I'm just joking, but still, respect, That's a new high for us. 170 watching at a point. Respect for that.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah. Erica.
to
what is
to make it better? Like just
yeah, it's
make it
better for you. I know you already have it pre-ordered as well. So what do they got to do for
that
you?
online needs to get cleaned up.
Yeah,
It needs to be a lot better. Metroid, of course. What else? I would like a lot of like unique exclusive indies on this thing. I would love to play some like really like small gems, you know,
Did you
things
see
like
Snipper
that.
Clips?
I haven't seen the gameplay yet.
Oh, God.
Snipper clips don't look that bad, honestly. Bro.
It looks amazing.
It's just it's catered towards people that want to play co-op. I think it look all right.
I'll check it out.
BG, come on, bro. They got 5 launch titles. You gotta give them
give them some, bro.
Yeah, give them some, bro. Goddamn.
Also, another game. I want another Luigi's Mansion.
Oh
Like,
man, I want that.
Yeah, I would play Luigi's Mansion over a Mario game. I would pick that.
Luigi's Mansion
Same
is
here.
fire.
Same here. Yeah, I would play Luigi over.
I'm
Mario.
definitely interested in that. Like
Mario.
All right, I want to get Belandrew's thoughts on this before we move on, real quick. Belandrew, so what does Nintendo have to do for you? I know you're already a Nintendo enthusiast fan.
Yeah.
So what would you like to see though with the Switch more? You know what I'm saying? To like just make you more happy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Make the online better, drop the prices of accessories. So, because I'm like the guy that likes to get 4 controllers for every console, and just give me like more quirky Japanese third-party games. Those are the things I like to play.
Okay. So
and
in the end of the day, okay. All right. So before we move on, in the end of the day, I would just like to say this. Look, I'm willing to deal with some bullshit for good games. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the Switch has a lot of bad stuff going on for it, but just for the sole reason they have some good games, I'm interested in the product. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that it has Zelda, Super Mario Odyssey, and some interesting games. So what I'm trying to say is like games rule everything. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that's the deciding factor of me purchasing anything. You can have shit online, you can have this, that. But if you have some interesting looking games, I'm gonna buy your platform. That's just the way I am. Some people don't want to support because they don't have like certain features, and that's very fair. But for me personally, it all boils down to the games. You know what I'm saying? Depends what games you got coming down the line before I'm interested in a platform. So all right, so we're done talking about the Nintendo Switch, and I think we covered a lot of time with that. So I'm pretty sure the few Nintendo fans watching got their fill. So let's talk about.
Pretty sure they're mad.
I know. Yeah, we were super positive about it, but yo, you already know it's Switch Gang for life. Me and Omega Gang working on the remix, so you already know what it is.
Oh my!
Watch out for that.
Omega starting off 2017 with a L.
Yo, Omega checked out the video. He's seen it. He commented it as my video made him cop a Switch. So BG said my struggle bars are whack, but as long as Omega thinks,
man, your ABC little yachties.
BG thought my bars are whack, but Omega loser approves.
You need to wear Tim's in your next video.
Yeah, I know. Then he's gonna fuck with it. But the Omega loser approves, so you already know what it is. So, all right. So let's talk about Scalebound.
Oh, rest in
Scalebound.
Rest in peace, man.
We are
gonna be quick
in holy matrimony.
We're gonna be quick because I ain't trying to keep niggas here for too long. So we're gonna talk about Scalebound and how it got canceled. So BG, what do you think about that, man? The cancellation of Scalebound. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's Platinum Games' fault. I put it mostly on them.
Okay, so you think it's their fault that the game was canceled?
I was never really hyped for Scalebound. It was always, every time they showed it, it was a bad showing, and it just never got me hyped for nothing. Like I really didn't care for it. I was gonna buy it because all those games I try them out, just to see if it turns out to be good. Like Recore, which was trash, but yeah, I don't really care.
Okay, so the cancellation really doesn't you don't really care. And just real quick, how do you think it affects the Xbox's 2017 lineup?
I mean, they just don't have like anything major coming out this year. They have decent games, they just don't have that that major one. That's one.
Okay.
Halo Wars 2.
All right, yo, Tony, what do you think about the what's your thoughts on the cancellation with Scalebound?
Yeah, I mean, I did a little video on this. It's a damn shame, man. Like, I'm one of the guys I was actually hyped up for this because, I like Platinum Games, and I also like Dragons and shit, It looked cool, but it's fucked up. But I kind of agree with BG. I kind of do blame this on Platinum. I think they're stretching themselves out too thin. I can't confirm this. I heard they actually help with the development of ARMS. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yep.
You know,
I heard
so
about
I'm like,
that.
yo, like, was there some contractual thing that maybe happened behind the scenes? I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, it seems like Platinum Games just spreading themselves too thin, making like, because remember when Platinum first came out, they were the shit. Every game they dropped was awesome, but then over the years, it's been like, Kofi, I know you were talking about that Ninja Turtles game was bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So
Jack
yeah,
Move loves that game, bro.
Boy.
but yeah, man, it sucks because now I'm thinking, because you know I did buy an Xbox, even though I stopped playing it because I just got to play all the games on PC now. What do they have this year? It's like there's really nothing, like for me personally, you know. Like I know some of you guys are probably out there like, oh no, they got this, that, and the other thing, but to me, they ain't got shit, man.
Yeah,
like
we,
really,
Not a damn thing.
We're gonna touch on that, but yo, Pierce, give us your thoughts on Scalebound's cancellation.
Yo, I was hyped for it. Like I was gonna pre-order and everything, played on my PC. But yo, it hurt me deeply, yo. And also, what the fuck? How's this great for gamers? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
yeah, that bullshit.
That's
Like,
skin.
and then
Yeah,
hold on, yeah, I need to jump in real quick, man, because here's the thing about this fucking story that killed me. The same motherfuckers that on Monday were saying this game is the shit, Scalebound's the truth, and then on Tuesday when it got canceled, they wasn't gonna sell anyway. Fuck Scalebound.
honestly, a
Fucking
lot of
hypocrites,
people
man.
turned on Scalebound with the quickness. Like I never
Man,
turned on it.
yeah.
I was actually anticipating it. I wasn't like I wouldn't say it's my most anticipated game, but yo, you already know me. I was gonna cop that shit because I was interested in dragons, you know, action adventure RPG. I'm not like Jack Move. I'm actually a little bit of a fan of Platinum Games. A little bit. I like some of the original IP. So I was actually anticipating this game, but yo, it seems like every Xbox fan literally
fanboy
yeah, made a complete U-turn with Scalebound.
Yeah.
Like, now the game, now the game's garbage. Now it wouldn't sell well. But if you were like, sometimes I tune in to these Xbox centric podcasts to get a 1-2 laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some of us up in here
the
try to
therapy
get
session podcast, right?
Sometimes I tune in for a 1-2 laugh. But prior to this shit, Scalebound was one of their most talked about games. You know what I'm saying? All they could mention that, we got Scalebound, Dragons 4-player co-op. Now, you know, it's the worst thing ever. Like me,
somebody said they pulled the switch with Scale.
Kojima treatment.
It's really unfortunate the game got canceled and shit. But yo, Jack, what do you think about the Scalebound cancellation? I know you don't give a fuck about Xbox games anyways, but let's hear your thoughts.
Fuck Platinum Games. I'm done.
All right, J-Man, what up? What do you think about?
I was really looking forward to Scalebound. It was definitely one of my most anticipated games of the year. But I mean, I do blame Platinum for it because ultimately they spread themselves too thin. But I'm also looking at Microsoft at the same time, and this is why I feel like they need to double down more than ever on first-party studios, because ultimately, if you give a first-party studio a title, they can't do nothing else but that game because they work for you. Platinum Games gonna do what the hell they want and be the hoes and thoughts that they want to be, and get around and make however many games they want to make. So I think that's what happened, and you know, shit just went left.
For Tango, what do you think about the cancellation of Scalebound? Were you gonna get it on Windows 10?
No, I wasn't, but I'll say this. If Microsoft desperately wants to go out of business, well, not out of business, but if they desperately want Xbox to fail, then they're doing a good job. Because it's just, you know, I will tell you this. I'll tell you this, and I said this on another podcast, but as a PC gamer, I think it was a bad move on Microsoft to port their exclusives over to PC. Because us PC gamers,
not for me, man.
I love it, man.
I love that.
PC gamers,
the Xbox.
Well, hold on. Us PC gamers, we were doing fine without Xbox exclusives, and we still will. And if Microsoft really wants to release the Xbox exclusives to PC, they should at least do it 6 months later or a year later. It doesn't matter. But you got to keep the Xbox relevant, and at this point, they haven't done anything to do so. So that's on them. But I will also say this. Xbox fans who are still defending Microsoft for this have no real reason to be defending Microsoft at this point. And I also want to point out, Sony gamers who are celebrating this are just as despicable, in my opinion, because nobody should be celebrating at the failure of a console or a company at all. And nobody should be defending a company when they're failing either. So that's my take on it.
All right, yo, Erica, what do you think about Scalebound and the cancellation and all that?
Somebody in the chat was calling it PowerPoint bound. It had issues. It looked like the frames were kind of bad and stuff like that. But I was really looking forward to it. It was one of the only 2 games I was looking forward to this year.
Especially
but now,
Xbox,
now it's just on Xbox One, and now it's just Cuphead.
Yeah.
So
that's
I'm
true.
disappointed. I'm feeling like, man, I'm really frustrated as an owner of the Xbox One. I feel like it's just sitting there. I'm not using it, and that frustrates me. So this was huge for me. This is disappointing. And yeah, I agree. Nobody should be defending it.
Okay.
Cuphead gonna get that game regardless.
Blandrew, what do you think about the cancellation of Scalebound? I know you were saying earlier that this was the game that you were actually considering to buy an Xbox for.
Yeah. Like Platinum Games is one of my favorite like third-party developers out there, and I'm just saying they're one of my favorites. And they had Hideki Kamiya at the helm of this game, and he made games some of my favorites like Okami and what's it called, Beautiful Joe. And to have this game gone, the Xbox One is completely irrelevant to me outside of Cuphead.
Yeah, Okami and Beautiful Joe, those were pretty great games.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we talked about Scalebound and Xbox losing a game, I just want to talk about what Xbox has for 2017 overall. Look, I made a video about this. Some people really agree with me. Mostly the the hardcore Xbox guys really disagree with me. I mean, that this looks like the weakest year this generation for Xbox. Do you guys feel the same way, or am I just?
Wait, Kofi, so you're telling me it's not the greatest games lineup of all time?
I know. What's going on with that, man?
What's
Not excited for serious.
And I'm not saying this to like bash niggas. Think I hate Xbox. I know. I've gamed on Xbox more than I've gamed on PlayStation in my life. Like,
man, I saw your record video, man. You were
like,
shitting on it, son. I saw
like,
that video.
like people actually think I'm some sort of Xbox hater because like I'm critical on like what kind of games they have. And I'm just being real with it. Like,
So,
let's
here they got Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, okay.
Halo Wars 2.
Okay.
Cuphead. These are possibilities. These don't even have confirmed.
Yeah, I don't think Crackdown's making it.
Crackdown 3.
Okay.
And Forza
7, which got leaked. Plus, they got 2 remastered Voodoo Vince. Okay. And Phantom Dust.
And right?
Phantom Dust
Voodoo
remastered.
Vince, baby. Voodoo Vince.
So I'm just being complete. Yo, there's a heavy echo, bro. Who that? All right, yo, I'm just being honest as fuck, bro. Like this year, it seems pretty weak for Xbox. I can't even front. So do any of y'all agree with me, Jamie? Let's hear from you, man. What do you think about Xbox's 2017 lineup? Like the games that they have out right now. I mean, announced right now.
I'm about to say what's out now.
Announced right now. My bad.
Actually, can you come back to me?
All right, yeah, we'll come back to you. Erica, what do you think?
Right, there is an echo, by the way.
Yeah.
But just about the lineup in general, that's what
what do you think about all the announced games that they have this year? Like, in complete honesty, let's just be real with ourselves. Like, how's it looking right now?
If I'm being real, it's not looking good. For me personally, I don't want to say there's no games, because there's technically games, but I'm just not interested in them. So for me personally, it's looking like trash.
Okay. Blandrew, what do you think?
Garbage. That's all I really got to say about it.
Jack, move. Should we even?
Yeah, you should, because I'm real offended by what I'm hearing right now. I ain't like y'all other fucking ponies. Phil Spencer turned the Xbox brand around. The Xbox One S was the best-selling console the last half of 2016. I'm gonna need you guys to do your fucking research, okay? But no, for real though, as far as the Xbox One games go, they're very dry. As it stands, they have one game with a release date, and it comes out next month. That's Halo Wars 2. As it stands, the PlayStation 4 has more exclusives in the first 2 months than they have in the next 12 months.
Facts.
That is an issue, and they need to fix it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They got backwards compatibility. Come on, Jack.
It's pretty bad. BG didn't go. So what do you think about Xbox's announced games for 2017?
I don't think it's like I don't think they have a lot of decent potential. They just don't have a lot. Like, I don't think any of those games are going to be necessarily trash. Like Sea of Thieves, like I call that No Man's Sea. I think that's what that could be. But
that looks great though. It looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah, but there's
a lot of questions around that.
When people give you a world and say explore, I hate those type of games. So, but that might be decent. Like Crackdown, if it comes out, might be decent. Forza is racing cars number 85, so that's going to be Forza. So it's like nothing is going to be probably terrible. It's just just nothing like great. I mean, I'm going to get Halo Wars 2.
Nothing stand out.
I think that is if Crackdown comes out, I'll get Crackdown.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna probably pick up all of these.
Cuphead is the best thing they got coming out this year.
If
Facts.
it comes out this
Oh, that's factual right there. Cuphead.
They better not
If it
cancel.
comes out, that's gonna be the hottest shit.
Oh, bro, if they cancel another game this year, you're not bad on a brand.
If they delay it,
I think even they delay a game, they can't even afford to delay
Yeah.
it.
Because they don't got that much, son.
That's
right
what
now,
I'm saying.
can you
like-
imagine if they came out with news right now, Crackdown coming 2018? Yo, like
Ooh.
that would be like absolutely insane.
Yeah, that would
And
be
Cuphead
wild.
delayed?
Yeah,
Forget
Cuphead
it,
is
man.
delayed
I'm done.
again.
Cuphead gotta come out, man. Come on, that's my.
We've been waiting too long for that game.
So Jamie, so we didn't get your thoughts now that
Oh.
you're backwards. So what do you think about that 2017 lineup, man? Their announced
Oh.
games, the Voodoo Vinces, the remastered, the Phantom Dust remastered, the Sea of Thieves, the Crackdown, Forza 7 that got leaked, all of that shit. What do you think?
I don't think it's a terrible list. I just don't think it has any like standout game that you can look at and be like, yo, like I need the Xbox for that. Like Crackdown 3, I'm gonna get. I like that the developer from 1 is coming back to work on Crackdown 3 because the first one was my favorite. I love that game, but other than that and Cuphead, like I'm not really checking for any of those other games, and that's me personally. But from looking from the outside looking in, like I just don't see anything that's too standout-ish.
Yeah, like I'm just being completely honest. Like I feel like they have no hitters. You know how like every year we know like with some franchises or some games we just know like yo this is gonna be heat. Like when we see a Gears of War, when we see a Halo, when we see Horizon Zero Dawn, when The Last of Us 2 gets announced, those are like yo for sure fire games. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
They're like for sure fire.
Well,
But when I look at like Microsoft's list this year, first of all, it's very small. That's number one. It's very small, and I don't see no like, yo, we know this is gonna be like a hit. This is gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Or this could be the one. You know
Like
what I'm saying?
a
I don't see
must-have.
none of that.
hey, but
You know?
what? Hey, you know what'd be lit though? If they come out on stage and be like, we got 2 of y'all favorites returning, man, this year, Loco Cycle and Scream Ride 2.
Oh my god.
How lit would that be?
So yeah, that's honestly my problem right now. Like I've been voicing my concerns on Twitter. I dropped a video, and some people really don't understand what I'm trying to say. Like I remember, like some guy was trying to have an argument with me because I was complaining that we haven't seen nothing of Crackdown, and this shit's dropping this year, and this shit was announced in 2014, and we haven't seen jack shit except buildings falling down in a tech demo. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a problem.
Power of the cloud, son.
You know what I'm saying? Like when
I wouldn't be
like,
surprised if that game got canceled.
like yo, that's supposed to be a big game that's dropping this year. I made a poll too. I know I don't have a lot of followers, but they all voted Crackdown 3 was the biggest game out of those games, and we haven't even seen like a story trailer. We have no information, no real information on the gameplay, like new mechanics, none of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Besides like buildings are falling down in the tech demos. I feel like that's a problem. Look when Sony started like advertising Horizon Zero Dawn. Like when did we get gameplay of that? Like in 2014, 2015? We got gameplay very early. I feel
we got gameplay at the announcement, bro.
Exactly.
Didn't they reveal the gameplay?
Yo, you could tell that like a game like Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be a big game because they're showing a lot of it. There's been a lot of story trailers. You already see like, yo, this is going to be a big game that's dropping. Like, I feel like, we haven't seen jack shit of Crackdown, and we really haven't. You know what I'm trying to say? There's no story trailers. Like, we don't know nothing. Same thing with State of Decay that it's also announced.
Just know if we don't see anything of that game by like April or June, it's not coming out.
Wait a minute. It's something we do got to address though.
What is it?
The fact that a lot of Xbox games, like it ain't no shade, it's just the truth. I think they're focusing more on like multiplayer experiences over story. So I don't think because not Scalebound. Fucking Crackdown 3 ain't gonna have no good story, and fucking Sea of Thieves is not gonna have a story. And what's the other game they got coming out?
Yeah, they got really no story-driven game this entire year. If you're really
Forza, no
taking
story in that shit.
they're usually all co-op and multiplayer games mostly.
Yeah, they got a different focus.
I think
over
the
there.
closest thing to a story-driven game is Crackdown 3 because it's gonna have a campaign, And I'm just hearing a whole bunch of mixed up shit with that. I'm hearing that game's gonna launch with a campaign with no multiplayer. Have you guys heard that?
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't
They
know
gonna
that.
separate
That-
it. Yeah.
I remember at first that game was supposed to have multiplayer beta first or some shit like that, then campaign later.
Yeah, then the campaign. Yep.
Remember hearing some shit like that too? And this
Yeah.
shit was supposed to have a beta.
that never came out.
They're supposed to have a beta. That shit never dropped. Like, what's
There is-
people are like getting at me because I'm asking these questions. Like, bruh, like these are very fair questions to ask. I'm just saying I want to see more about the game.
Yo, Kofi, these people who are getting on your ass, they so happen to have a purple M in their name.
Those guys.
There's also State of Decay too. For anybody.
Yeah, State of Decay too. Another game that we haven't seen jack shit from, but apparently they made their official Twitter name made a tweet that the game is coming 2017. So I don't know what Microsoft's plan is. Like, are they waiting till E3 to show all these games?
They better, you know what else? I mean, like, right now they got shit. Yo, let's just be real. And going back to our previous conversation, the fucking Nintendo Switch has more exclusives than fucking Microsoft.
And that's actually factual. They have more interesting games coming out announced. And I'm not even burning them. I'm not even burning them.
That one.
You disagree? Really?
I disagree. They have more.
That's facts, bro.
Yo, bro. Okay, let's take this. Take this right now. Legend of Zelda. That's gonna be a 90 Metacritic. Let's keep it 100.
Let's not worry about Metacritic.
All right, but you already know that's gonna be
just actual exclusives.
I'm trying to say that's gonna be a critically acclaimed game, quality game.
He said interesting games.
Okay, so
Cuphead.
All right, okay, BG, go ahead, BG.
Cuphead, Halo Wars, and Crackdown to me are more interesting than any of those Switch games.
All right, so what do we got with the Switch? We got Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda, Fire Emblem Warriors, Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, Switch stomps it. It's not even close.
That right there murders Microsoft.
Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Keep it going. I know we have more, yo.
The Mario.
I just think those Xbox games are more interesting to me.
Oh
yeah, I guess.
How do you think it's more interesting if you haven't seen no gameplay? How about that?
Yo, for me, Microsoft only has Cuphead, and I don't even know if that shit's coming out this year. I don't give a fuck about Forza. I don't care about Halo. I don't care about any. Like, I only care about Scalebound and Cuphead.
It's not even that, but like, yo, I don't know how BG said you could be more excited without seeing shit.
What you mean? You mean a Crackdown?
What you ever seen?
I know what Crackdown is. We've seen Cuphead, and I know what Halo Wars 2 is.
Okay.
Halo, the first.
I disagree. Well, that's okay. We both could disagree. We have different tastes in gaming, clearly, right? So if he thinks what Xbox has is better than the Switch has, that's a fair thought. I'm not gonna knock nobody for that. But in my opinion, I feel like there's gonna be more quality games on the Switch this year than the Xbox One, unless Microsoft announced some new shit. And I got this. I want to ask you guys this question: do you guys think that Scorpio will be revealed before E3?
They said Scorpio might not even be at E3.
Oh my god!
I heard that.
Can I ask you guys? Well, not ask you guys, but I had a little theory. What if Microsoft originally wanted Scalebound on the Scorpio, and the devs didn't want that, and perhaps maybe there was a falling out because of that?
I don't think so, because Microsoft already said from the jump that every game that's on Scorpio is going to be on Xbox One as well. So they're not going to be any.
So then that makes the Scorpio kind of pointless, because they also said that the Scorpio and the Xbox One won't have a difference in performance. One won't run it better than the other. They already said that too.
Yeah, they said that. I mean, it's a PS4, was it PS4 Pro,
like a
PS4
Pro
situation if you think about it, you know.
So then releasing this thing doesn't benefit them in the slightest.
It'll benefit the hardcore guys, you know, the diehards and shit. But guys like us who have PCs, our PCs probably destroyed a Scorpio already. We don't need that shit.
Well, yeah, but well.
All right, so what was the question I asked? I done forgot, bro. What did I ask?
Okay, so
I was about the lineups.
Yeah, the lineups. Yeah.
What about lineup? Yeah.
Well, no, you were asking.
No, Scorpio, about something about Scorpio. What did I say?
Yeah, fuck Scorpio.
I'm saying, okay, yo,
wait, Kofi, I have a question for you.
All right, go ahead.
What would you rather play, ARMS or Halo Wars?
Oh Lord.
Fuck.
Yeah, I actually have to think about that shit.
Damn, that's
Halo.
I'd rather
Halo
play
Wars.
ARMS. That's just me.
I'd go with Halo
I'd rather
Wars.
cut off my arms. Like,
no, because Halo, real talk, I'm not really like a super big real-time strategy.
I don't like RTS games, man.
Like, I fuck with Ages and Empire, but I only like playing that like multiplayer with my brother and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I like Ages 2. That's heat. I never played the first Halo Wars, and if
just say ARMS
can be played with a controller, then I don't know, man. I have to see that content on ARMS first. If it's just like a random fighting game where you just select characters and you fight, and that's it, then I'd probably rather try Halo Wars 2, to be honest, because it seems like it'll be a complete story. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with him too. I think Halo Wars 2
might be a complete story. You know what I'm saying?
It has a lot more depth to offer, and it looks like it has more depth to offer than ARMS does. I mean, ARMS looks like it'll be fun competitively, but
It's not even that. Like, does ARMS have like some sort of campaign or some sort of premise?
Yeah,
or is it
That's
just
what I don't know. That's kind of a weird comparison. I just
you know what I'm saying? Because if it's just like a character select screen and you pick this person, I pick this person, and we just fight, then I think I rather try Halo Wars.
Oh, I should have said Sea of Thieves. ARMS or Sea of Thieves.
Here's the thing about Halo Wars too is that it's an RTS, and pretty much all the people I've ever met that have told me they will never try an RTS. Every time I put an RTS in front of them, they try it out, they fall in love. So
I will say that too. Like people, like I think if all of y'all played like that, like you just got to find the right RTS.
Oh yeah,
and I guarantee you'll sit there in front of your desk all day and not move.
No, like I fuck with Ages. If it plays anything like Ages of Empire, does it play anything like that?
Command and Conquer back in the day was cool, but I just don't have like the desire to play any more RTSs after that.
If it don't play nothing like Ages, I don't know. But like I like Ages and like building up on cities and shit like that, and like attacking, like that's what I fuck with. I really fuck with.
RTS games are. I mean, a lot of people will always tell you, "Oh, RTS games are boring," but a lot of people who don't like RTS are usually people who are into story-driven games. And to be honest, I never thought I'd be into RTS until when I switched to PC gaming and started playing RTS games. There was just so much in that genre that I didn't know about and was amazed by because there's so much depth, replayability, strategy, and
I'm sure it's gonna be good. I'm sure it's gonna be good because like the people that are making it, isn't it Ensemble? Aren't they like pretty good developers for that type of shit or some shit like that?
I don't know much about it. No, Pikmin is not an RTS. Somebody in the chat asked if Pikmin's an RTS. Pikmin. Somebody in the chat asked, is Pikmin RTS? No, Pikmin's not an RTS.
That was me.
That was Blandrew, man. He's trolling you right now.
I could have told you that, my nigga. I remember my question was, I was saying that, do you think that Microsoft is going to reveal Scorpio before E3? Erica, what do you think?
Oh, I already predicted no. It's going to be at E3. Yeah, because they need to sell the Xbox One S's right now.
Okay.
That's what I think. And they don't got a lot, you know?
J-Man, you there? I know you might have work or some.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Quickly, what do you think Scorpio will be announced before E3?
I think they should, yeah.
You think they should, but do you think it will be?
Yes, I do.
You think so? Okay, Jack. Pony Commissioner, have you been are you okay there? All right, he's not there. Our Pierce.
Pierce. He heard Scorpio, he fell asleep. So.
No,
see, he did.
He's like, yo, we ain't talking about no Scorpio. Not enough, too much pixels for him, bro. All right, yo, Pierce, what do you think, man?
Nah, that's not gonna be at E3, man. And they shouldn't show it before E3 neither. That should be shown in the holidays, yo. At Gamescom.
So you think it's gonna be shown in the holidays, not even
at Gamescom, yo.
Okay.
Damn. After E3, then.
Man, I might be tripping.
Jack, what do you think? Microsoft's gonna show Scorpio prior to E3?
If they do, that means they have some games coming. If they don't,
that's what I was saying.
The brand is in trouble.
BG, do you think so, or it doesn't even matter?
I don't think they should. I think like, listen, just take your L the first half of the year, right? There's no reason to spill that good content just to try to save some face before E3. Because the only reason they would do that is to save face for what happened with Scalebound. Like, just take the L. Why? Like, why try to make?
Well, unless they got a lot to show, though.
I mean, I doubt it because a lot of people are saying like with the way things lined up, the only way they would have to like fill up their E3 is if they had all new IPs, because all their games that they could possibly show that we know of are supposed to be coming out either before E3 or like around it this year. So you can't show those.
They haven't shown it.
You can't show those games because people already, we know this is coming. It's coming this year. Why
they can do a 20-minute display of Crackdown 3. Nobody knows what the game looks like.
So it's like if it's already gonna be looking like dry, you're looking for material, why are you gonna let that go before E3? You know, like just win the second half of the year like you did the NPDs.
Okay, Blandrew, what do you think? Do you think they're gonna show it before E3?
Be after E3. Phil Spencer replied to somebody on Twitter saying like they weren't even sure if it was going to show up at E3. So
yeah,
they'll probably do like a PS4 Pro.
So if they don't show it at E3, does that mean Microsoft got some games to show up then?
Backwards compatibility, man.
Oh fuck!
Black Ops.
Black
2.
Ops 2.
Honestly, if that's
God.
honestly, if that's an announcement that niggas actually like fall out their chair for, I'm gonna hit myself with a Henny bottle. Like
Just trading your Xbox.
Now you better hit them with the Henny bottle, man. This
I'm gonna hit
motherfucker's
myself with a
tripping.
Henny bottle and like just like that's fucking crazy.
Saw my Xbox that day.
Like honestly, if that's like their big thing to surprise like fans, and I'll be like, yo, I'm fucking but if they show it before E3, then they might have some heat to show.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll have like an announcement before E3 and then show the games at E3. Maybe they'll do like a strategy like that, but I don't know, man. I'm hoping that Microsoft just has a bunch of hidden shit that they're gonna show at E3 because right now, man, this year's looking
Halo 6,
grim, son.
Yeah, but even then, like nothing they show at E3 would like me to come out this year, anyways. Besides, Forza. So even if they have some heat, right, then those games are coming maybe 2 years or a year down the line. You know what I'm trying to say? It seems like what they have announced for 2017, that's what we got. You know what I'm trying to say?
It's a whack year, man.
Yeah. Some years are not gonna. You're always not gonna have a hot year, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But
all years can't be the greatest year of all time. Right?
Yeah, I feel you.
If they could drop that new Ori, I'll forgive them.
Oh, you think so?
I'll be happy. I don't think it will. I wanted to, but if they can do it,
I still have to play the first one. I think that's like
one of these hot, son. You gotta play
amazing.
that. It's on PC, Kofi. So
I feel like that's one of the
it's a must play.
Few games I missed on Xbox,
and it's hard as shit too.
I miss Ori, Scream Ride, which I'm not
Scream
crying.
Ride.
I'm really not crying about that and shit like that. But yeah, new Ori would be pretty awesome. All right, so I think that's pretty much it for the show. But real quick, I was watching Weapon Wheel Podcast. Shout out to Weapon Wheel Podcast. Definitely my favorite podcast next to, my very own. And Jack Move was saying some funny shit about Kind of Funny not beating no games, man.
Yo, I heard about that, man. That's crazy.
Yo, Jack, you there? Oh my
he
God.
left.
All right, yeah. So Tony, fill us in up about this.
Oh, I don't know. I wanted Jack Move to tell it because I heard him say something about it. What is he talking about?
In their comment section, in the latest PS I Love You, it's become like a random, ongoing joke at like you click on any one of their random reviews, it'll pretty much be like, I played the game for an hour, didn't really like it. And like that has happened. That's been their review for like numerous games. People started to notice, like, yo, this is becoming a trend. Every time
they ran off on the plug twice, bro.
Every time y'all review a game, it's I played it for an hour, and people are like, yo, what the fuck? Are y'all beating games?
This is the problem with Kind of Funny games. Two things is going on. And I peep everything they do, so I know this. Greg broke up with his girlfriend. His new girlfriend lives in Canada. They live in San Francisco. Every chance he get, he goes to Canada. Colin is tired of playing games. He wants to write a book. So when the two main people at your company got different goals, ain't no games getting played. But the thing is, the reason they're able to do this is because people paying y'all to know your opinions on games. So it's a conundrum of fuckery. If they keep this up, it's going to end bad, man.
Oh, you think so?
You think you're gonna lose their patrons and shit, bro?
I think so. I mean, people should be getting fed up with this stuff, man. I would be.
That's why I really don't fuck with industry people so much. Like I respect like people like Digital Foundry because they're doing like tech analysis and they know what they're talking about. They provide us with information and facts and shit like that. So I don't mind like people like them, but when it comes to like gaming opinions and stuff like that, does that mean that the show's going on too long, bro? What does that sound like? All right, when it comes to like gaming opinions, like I always go straight to YouTube. I go to people like BG, unfortunately.
I know, right?
Damn, son.
People like Jack, unfortunately.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa.
My nigga J Made, Eric Cuts, I go to the people in the community because I feel like these guys actually play and beat games. Like you never know with these industry people. After me watching that footage of that guy play Doom, who remembers that shit?
Yeah, also guys from Polygon looking like an idiot,
Like after seeing that shit, like you can't really take some of these reviewers their word as gospel. I feel like if you really want to be like super informed, watch like community members, like people who tell it how it is, and just people who you can relate to. I feel like that's probably the best way to get information about these games. I'm trying to say. So that's just my take on it.
The only
Did
thing
you see that IGN video where he was playing Sonic Mania? He didn't know how to go through a loop. It took him like 20 seconds to figure out how to go through that.
These are the people that, you know,
Yeah.
review our games and give us 9 out of 10. These are the people that, you know, give 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. I remember, like, what's that game? What's that guy named? Ryan McCaffrey. He played like Aliens Isolation and he gave it like a 4 because like it was too hard for him and shit like that.
He goofy, bro. I don't like it.
You know what I'm saying? Like he gave it extremely low because basically, to sum it up, he wasn't good at it. You know what I'm saying? So like,
wait, did IGN give it a 4?
I think it was like a 4 or 5 or like something low. I don't even know.
That's some
like,
bullshit.
It was like something low because you wasn't good
I
at
don't
it.
remember them giving it a 4.
All right, let me Google it real
maybe he gave it a personal 4. I can't remember IGN giving. Maybe he did. Maybe.
Yo, let me. Or it's like a 4 or 5. Like maybe someone in the chat will correct me.
I'm looking it up. But
look it up. I think they gave it like a really low score, and everyone was like, I remember everyone was getting at him because like, yo, basically he was shit at the game. It was too hard for him. Basically, that's why he gave it a low score. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the only thing I'll say is like sometimes because you have to they manage their own company, like Greg and them, right? So that's the only excuse I give them sometimes for not being able to beat all their games, because I'm sure they crazy busy. Like sometimes just doing one podcast.
No excuses, bro. Niggas
no, because Tim and Nick do most of the behind the scenes work and fucking Kevin. So like they don't even do that much work.
Yeah, don't damage control for these.
No, I'm not damage control. I'm just saying, like sometimes it's with me, like just doing one podcast, like just looking up topics and organizing everything. I could be playing games in like the 2-3 hours it takes to do that.
I feel you.
That's what I'm saying.
Like right now, all of this time, man's could be playing some, but you know, that's the thing about people need to understand about YouTube. Like I noticed I'm a newcomer coming in, not so much new now because like it's been a year and a bit. But like it takes a lot of time, you know, like the whole uploading videos, especially if you want to do it nice. You know, if you want to do the whole face cam and you want to do quality videos where like your gameplay transitions into your face cam, this, that, like actually eats up a lot of time that like niggas could be like playing some games or doing some shit. So I definitely do understand that. And this podcast has been running on too long.
Yeah, I give it 6.
Give it 6.
Jesus. Well, I mean, I'm having fun talking. It's just I'm paying more attention to the chat while you guys are talking because somebody I just wanted to ask all of you here one question, okay?
All right, one question before we cut.
What do you guys honestly believe that fanboys are one of the main concerns going on in the industry right now? Like,
not really.
Because I was going to say because the only reason Xbox is probably selling at all is due to the amount of, I don't really like to use the word fanboy, but due to the amount of fanboys who.
I don't think that's true either. I think
that's actually true. Partially.
I don't think that's true. I think a lot of casual or just people don't give a shit about this shit. Fucking.
Did y'all see that dude on Twitter? He tweeted like Phil Spencer, I agree, but one of them, he said something, bro. He scanned his room. He had every single Xbox One that has ever came out, bro. All this. He had store display.
So you honestly don't think there's no PlayStation fan that has something like that? Come on.
Yeah, it's crazy fanboys on both sides. I
also wanted to say, because a lot of Xbox oriented channels or podcasts, they pretty much don't ever have any objective reasons to have an Xbox at all.
Dude, let's be real. Xbox channels, for the most part, just shit on PlayStation.
Exactly.
They tell you the reason, why not to get a PlayStation, why PlayStation is.
They ain't got nothing to promote on their system.
You know, like convince me why Xbox is the best box. You know,
because it gets to me because what they really base their purchase on the Xbox off is because the 360 was great, and they became so obsessed with a piece of plastic that the following gen, they're willing to say, buy it. And everybody asks why. And they say, don't ask why, just buy it.
No, but Jack, You know what? I disagree. I don't think that's the reason why Xbox has its sales that it has today because of fanboys. I feel like,
Man.
there's some general public niggas that don't give a shit about all this video game shit. Enough of those people buy the consoles too, you know? I think more than the fanboys probably.
It's two type of people. People that don't care. Like, you ain't gonna, if you don't care about Uncharted kills or shit like that, you gonna buy an Xbox. Sure. Okay. But there are also people like Kid Smooth who's had 5 or 6 Xbox Ones, about what every chance he get. You know, we see him on YouTube every day. You know what I'm saying? I think it's both.
It is a combination, definitely a combination. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of people who don't give a shit about all this gaming, politics, and shit out there. Like, of course, there's a lot of people who don't give a shit about all of this. You know, this shit, just because we on the internet and we doing all this shit. A lot of people don't even know that this type of shit exists. You know, a lot of gamers. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do our outros. Bland, you want to start it off?
Thanks for having me on, Kofi. It was nice to talk to all you guys. You can find me on my YouTube channel at Blandrew, and I talk about video games over there. Go check me out.
Bread Drew.
Bread Drew. I see a couple people write that in the chat. Eric Cuts for the win.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun. Went by fast. We were here for a while, but it went by fast. Yeah, Switch Gang. And you catch me on YouTube again. It's at Eric Cuts for the win. Stay tuned for my Neo boss fights. Those are coming.
Oh shit!
Ooh, Neo gonna be hot, but it's Japanese, so it don't count. It's a Japanese game.
And
it don't
check
count.
me out at sheattack.com too.
For Tanga, say outro me.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, I was very much into the chat. Go ahead.
I was say outro.
Oh, Matro. Oh, well, yeah. Thanks for having me on. I had a lot of fun. You guys are funny. Honestly, you guys, I like you guys. You guys are very funny. And I don't mean that in a satirical way. I mean, you guys are actually funny. You guys wake me up. You know.
Kofi's a weirdo.
And if anybody, because I'm getting some people in the chat that are like, debate me, Free Tango. I'm like, okay, well, follow me on Twitter, and then you can debate with me live on my YouTube channel.
They're starting shit in the chat room, bro.
Oh, snap!
I can't wait. I can't wait to destroy this idiot.
You gotta tell him your Twitter name though.
Yeah, well, no, I've told them my Twitter name is my YouTube username right there.
So get ready for it, man. They coming,
bro. Well, it's just one guy, and I mean, he really hasn't done anything except say RTS is slide. No, he said just RTS are boring. He said I pay $600 for a PC to play free to play games. I'm like, what are you talking? It's just terrible. I feel like I'm gonna absolutely wreck him, and I don't want to do that. But well,
it's Twitter, bro. Go at him, man.
All right, J Main, say out your homie.
Excuse the quality. I'm at work, but it was great. It was great. I'm chatting with you guys, and check me out on my channel, Twitter, JMain518. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
All right, man. Jack Mujani.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Jack Move Johnny. Search me up, man, and check me out.
Pierce.
Yo, thanks for having me. It's your boy Pierce Talents, man, on everything. IG, Twitter. Well, not on Twitter. I changed that. But PSN, Xbox, Steam, all that. Pierce Talents, man. I gotta take a shit. I'm out, yo.
Oh my God. There you go. My nigga. Tony.
Yo, man, thank you for having me on. Man, I always love being on this show, man. Mad fun. So if you dudes want to check me out on Twitter at Romudeth, ROMUDETH. If you check out my bios, and I have links to geek.com where I write all my shit, Coalition, and also to my podcast, Throwdown, at Throwdown Show on YouTube. Check us out. We're going to have Shane Lewis from Redrest TV on this week. Interview is going to be mad fun. And yeah, man, just, keep it gaming.
And Tony. I mean, fucking.
What the fuck?
You good, bro? Shit. I'd even do my typical outro for the King Loaf, himself, but the gaming god BG. Say your outro, man.
It's not easy being the best.
Yeah, I know how that feels, BG. See me in Mario Kart, you bum.
You really don't. You would get destroyed in any kart racing game, sir.
You're a bum, bro. Come on,
bruh, stop it, okay? I was doing power slides when you was in diapers. Relax. But yeah, you already know who it is. Weapon Wheel Podcast, Saturday, 6 p.m.
All right, and I just want to thank the viewers once again, man. A big hi today, 170 viewers. Respect. Before you leave the podcast, please hit the thumbs up button. Much respect. We'll be back not next Monday, but the Monday after that. You already know this is a bi-weekly podcast, so you already know it's going to be lit. I can't wait to talk games again with the panel. So we'll check you guys out later, and hope you guys have a great night.
Well, good night, everyone.